Hello, everybody. It is me, your most beloved Marin Margrave, Matilda Portier, or you can just call me Mettie. I was thinking a long time of what game I wanted to play today, and I've been talking about it the last two streams because one of my all-time favorites, Utsugi Uyu, has also gotten addicted to this game. So on my hiatus, I played quite a bit of it. I was like, why not play some on stream? In other words, I'm addicted to this fucking game. It is a block-based game similar to Minecraft, but it is extremely survival heavy, has eldritch horrors, lore, plot, and the more I played the game, the more that I watched it, the more it has such a distinct feeling to it. And I like that you don't really play as a human. You're just like this tall, strange sort of creature. I don't know why the music's not playing, but whatever. Okay. I want to be long. One, get rid of that fat walrus mustache. Indifferent. Skin tone. Yeah. And then no sideburns. Hair type. Medium curls. No. Bowl cut. Hair extra. None. Shaved head. Shorts trimmed. That's kind of cute. Not gonna lie, that's kind of cute. Okay. Sands, underwear, leotard. Voice type? We're going elbow. Kingdom Chain, what's all this then? It's a survival game. It's a block game similar to Minecraft, but it's its own unique thing in an eldritch world. And there's rifts to alternate dimensions that keep opening up. It's actually lore heavy, and it's actually just really nice. I got addicted to it because of Utsugi Uyu. But if you guys have ever played like Arlcraft and things like that, I mean, it has a similar appeal. Are those bees? Alright, I'll get onions in a moment, but like one of the first things you have to do is you have to start napping tools. And for those who don't know what napping is, it is when you take either chert or flint and you take another rock and you break it into usable tool shapes. It's one of the first things that humans did. Oh, that's a baby boar. That. Ah! Fuck! You've gotta be fucking. I just want fucking flint! Please somebody stop falling. Oh no, it's still coming. Oh god, fucking. Oh. It's still. Alright. You know what, this is fine. Unlike Minecraft though, you can't just set a spawn with a bed. You're always like have a base. You always end up spawning around 500 blocks around. Are you shitting me? All right. Around the spawn point, unless you use temporal shift gears. You're a sick son of a bitch. Oh, there's one of the rifts. Well, god damn it. Get into a tree or something? I can't. Oh my god, this is dead boar. Oh god, no, they're sleeping. What the fuck? What is this, Boar City? Oh my god. All right, well. I'm gonna definitely starve to death. I should probably get up high, though. Damn. Yeah, every single action and movement you take in this game does take away some of your energy, which you can replenish by eating. Did they leave me alone? Mini versus 3,000 feral boars? Yeah, I guess that should be the stream title. Actually, just a moment. I'm stealing that from you, Dave. Eddie versus 3,000 feral boars. Well, that's lovely that we have a shit ton of boars at the spawn point. Definitely gonna not cause problems for me later. Oh, nice. Flint. Alright, so then you nap. First things first. Flint knife blade. Glad to be of use. Hell yeah. Well, this game, it takes a long time to survive, and then even then, it's really, really difficult. There is like plot and quest lines and also like world developments that will happen as well. Since we exist alongside an alternate dimension called the Rust World, and there's like a ton of fallen civilization. In fact, I think those are ruins over there, which I'm gonna go check out in a moment. But nights are brutal, feeding yourself is brutal, winter is brutal, growing crops. It's very fun though. I've been wanting to play like a really fun survival game, and I didn't expect to be so interested in it. Because one of my favorite streamers is Uyu, and he started playing it, and he didn't even know what to really expect, and he got super, super addicted to it. He's played like over 150 hours just in January alone. Oh, shirt. Nice. That means, alright, let's make a axe head. I like how interactive the game is too. Like, you can just place your tools on walls and stuff, and you can just actually leave things about. You can also use, like, traditional medieval crafting to build houses and stuff. It's just really nice. 150? Yeah! No, if you look at his channel, it's just, like, 10-hour VODs of him playing Vintage Story. He, like, goes to sleep, and then he wakes up, and he's like, alright, I guess it's time to play Vintage Story. And he has, like, automated systems set up using windmills, and oh my god. He's so... It's so beautiful. One thing that's cool about this game, too, is it has a built-in guide. So they have a survival handbook. Starter guide, progression guide, napping, clay forming, meal making, charcoal burning, farming, food preservation, animal husbandry, panning for ore and more, smelting, smithing, prospecting, temporal stability, armor, mechanical power, steel making, coke oven, weather, rock strata, cheese making, fruit trees, brilliant distilling, alcohol, dye making, ground storage, leather making, greenhouses, beehive kiln, building a sailboat, tamed mountable animals. And then you can also, so it's like pretty much having a wiki built in. Hang on, I'm in the ad dimension. No. I gotta get used to ads being a thing. I know when I was watching Cece earlier, she was also talking about, like, she gotta get better at announcing when ads are gonna happen and making sure to not do too much during that time. Ooh, cattails. I'm back. Welcome back. I was just briefly talking about how this game has, like, a built-in wiki, almost, where there's, like, all sorts of guides to different things. And then if you want to know how to make different blocks or items or what to do with things, like if you press, open up your inventory and then press H, you can see everything that it can make, which is nice. Because there is a lot in this game. Especially because there's different, like, eras. Like, of course, there's the Stone Age, and then there is the Copper Age, and then... Oh, there's just a lot of little things that go into it. I love this game. Well, that's really useful, isn't it? Especially because it gets really overwhelming in this game and it's difficult to survive. Actually, I should start taking these cattail roots. One of the most difficult parts of this game is actually getting food and making food. I got excited earlier because I saw wild onions, but I don't know if I want to go back into the bear forest. Also, it naturally has a map built into it, so you can know, like, this is where I spawned, so this is the boar forest, and then you can, like, add different symbols and stuff so that you know where things are. Because, for instance, with ore deposits, it's really useful because you'll come across little ore bits on the surface, and then you know that there's probably an ore vein deep underneath it. And caves are not something you want to go into, especially not early game, because you will just get slaughtered. Ancient peoples of a different time will come out and kill you. And they are not fun to look at or deal with. Especially not early on. Alright, let's go check out these ruins. Also should stop running. I say as I keep running. Ooh, orchard. Ooh. Ooh, berries. Nice. Oh, also something too is like, I don't have any inventory space, and so you make inventory space by making different things. Like I just made a reed basket. So now, I can have way more inventory. So over time, you end up just getting more and more room. Fucking terrifying sentence. Alright. Ooh, nice. Ore vessel. 3 brown coal. Well, I don't even have a fire to use that in. That's great. Oh, is this rye? Yes. Also, like, different grains and different crops will have different longevity periods, so, like, trying to make the most out of... And there's a lot of dirt. Trying to make the most out of what you decide to grow is really important. And then also preparing it, like keeping it underground, making sure you have cellar spaces, and like the type of vessel you store things in will also change how effectively it'll last. Because during winter, it's really, really difficult to get food outside of if you end up domesticating animals and such. That itself is a lot of work. Alright. Got our flint axe. Now we got a flint spear, so at the very least we can defend ourselves and maybe kill some boars. Nice, nice. Okay, anything else? I definitely want to dig this area out when I get the chance. In fact... Ruins marker. Because it seems like there's probably an underground chamber under here I could dig out. Alright. I'll leave this rye to also grow, but I'll set a little marker to remind me that there's rye here. Okay. Oh, wait, there's one over here. Don't run, don't run. It's gonna use your energy. I gotta start building shelter, though. Ooh, flax. Nice. Oh, no. I'll drop the flint. Ah, shit. What I need more than anything is more cattails. Alright, cattails spawn in water. I could go south and see if I can get some more. I should not have broken that. I have 64 dry grass. Alright, I'll drop that. I want this flax fiber, though. Alright, no, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Oh, wait, that's just tool. Oh, wait, no, there's cattails. It's nice, 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 nice. Tool is really useful. You can use it for making thatched roofs. So I will be using that later. I'll be back. Oh, I'll be back. I have no idea where I'm gonna build my house, though. I got excited. I'm like, oh, there's bees and there's onions? And there was just a shit ton of boars. I mean, compared, though, to wolves and bears in this game, which are absolutely fucking brutal, eh. Oh, it's gonna start storming soon. That's not good. Alright, I'll stop pulling out so many cattail roots. Looks like a birch tree. Alright, I just need 10 to make another basket. Oh. Nice. Oh. Little bit by little bit, our inventory is expanding. Trying to think, what are the beginning steps? Alright, shelter. Getting more inventory space. Securing some food, or at least knowing where food is. You can cook cattail roots is one of the reasons I'm taking them. You can also replant them as well. Nice. Ugh. Second basket. Whoop. Nice. Ah, almost there. Once I get my 4th basket, then we'll focus on shelter. Probably focusing on a log cabin or a dirt-based home would be good. But we definitely need to get some wood because I need to make a door. My knife broke. Why would you do that to me? Why would you betray me at such an important time? Oh. Oh, it's more limited in what I can make. Interesting. I had no idea. I had no idea that chert couldn't make arrowheads. Only flint can. But chert is really, really soft. I actually have had experience napping chert because there was a while where my sister got really, really obsessed with the idea of making traditional tools. So for her birthday, she got a huge bag of chert. And we were just hanging out outside while my family was messing around with trying to make traditional tools. Yes. And your family's a bunch of fucking nerds. That was a long time ago, though. Kind of a nostalgic feeling. Ah, 4th basket. Nice. And then I'll go grab that flax fibers that I left behind. I like that the rendering not taking in that building immediately. Not building. Mountain. Cliff. Alright. It was over here somewhere. Yeah, there... No? Where was... Ooh, black currants! Yoink. Yoink. Alright, here's... some flax. Alright, there's that. Noise. Noise. Alright. Mark this down as flax. Noise. Why say nice when you could say noise? I don't know why. It's like one of those things that it's like activates neurons. It just makes me happy. I don't know. Noise. Alright, this feels like it has something hidden underneath it, but... Ruins. If you just like the, sepia toned map, you can also actually in the settings change it to be, show the actual colors of blocks, which is very useful in a lot of senses, but I forgot to turn on that setting, so everything must be yellow. That's a beautiful mountain. Ooh. Cranberries. Ah, berries, I love you. Ooh, cranberries. Ooh, cranberries. Man, I sure hope there isn't some sort of wild predator that's gonna come and kill me right now. Dwarf furs. Lupins. Alright. Where the fuck do I want to build my house? This flower field? It's next to the mountain. I don't want it to be too covered, though, because even in this area, you can't always see everything around you. I want something that's tactically advantage. Climb the mountain, it'll be safe and cool. Alright. Ooh, look at the chicks! Cute. Ooh, flax. Actually, fuck this flax. Give me your seeds. You don't get to grow wild. You're coming with me. Alright. I guess it's time to climb the mountain. Though I'm gonna grab some wood before I go up because I don't know how many trees are gonna go up there. Be up there. One of the things that will be nice is it should be colder towards the top of it, which means that food is going to last longer. The downsides is it's going to be a while of me just making stairways to have a convenient way down, but that's fine. One of my favorite places I've ever been to had a cool chateau on top of a cliff / mountain. And I think that's kind of the pinnacle. I definitely also want to get some dirt. Because I actually really love the look of rammed earth in this game. Rammed dirt in this game. Because you can, like, compact dirt, because there's actually a survival setting where dirt will also collapse in on you, so actually compacting it and making sure that it's solid and sturdy is actually very important when it comes down to not having your little dirt shack collapsing on you. And I like using it because, I mean, dirt is really easy to come across. There's also different types of soils. Low fertility soil, medium fertility soil, high fertility soil, and then there's like something called like terra, like Prayak or something like that. How the fuck? This is a steep ass mountain. I think that's Rye over there. Oh, I should also make sure I'm buying water source too though, because I'll need to do farming. I think probably actually having my base partway up the mountain up here by the water might be nice. Alright, let me move over there. We grab some dirt and then I'm gonna transition over there. And then we can get to base building. Ooh, perfect. Packed dirt to rammed earth, and then stylistically I like this alternate version. Oh. What was that noise? Sounded like some... Oh, that's not good. Fuck! Fuck! Oh, there's a cave right there, that's why. That's not good, 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 that's got... Don't you love when a fucking monster is shooting spines at your back? Where the fuck is it? Oh, I see it, I see it. What the? Oh, more berries. I see you, motherfucker. I see you. Don't try anything fucking funny. Okay, there's... Ooh, wait, that's gorgeous! Look at all the cattails! Wait. This might be it. Don't get hurt from fall damage. I kind of need to be nuzzled back here. This might... Wait, this is so cool. Can you use rocks as weapons and bash people's heads in with them? I mean, kind of like... I mean, yes, but it doesn't do any... Well, actually, watch this. You can throw rocks to do damage. It's just when things are undead, it's a little harder to kill them. I don't know if I like this spot. A loose, rusty gear? What is this, fucking Christmas? Ooh, it's getting dark. All right, I should just set up base here. Okay, how do I want to do this? I'm so nervous. Okay, okay. Night in this game is scary as fuck. Buying now? Hell yeah. There's multiplayer for it too. I would be up for setting up a server and we can play together. That would be badass. Oh god! You know that Simpsons meme where it's like, Chuckles, I'm in danger? Oh my god. I'm like actually sweating bullets right now. Fuck. Okay. I think everything will die before it can fall into my house. But okay. Wait, no, I need more sticks. Too bad there's a giant sort of spider-like. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I need to mark this as my home. Oh god, and it gets so dark here. Oh god. I've realized playing horror games is actually very, very mentally stressful for me and is more prone to making me sick after the fact. Oh, fishy. And this game technically isn't a horror game. Where the fuck did it go? I don't see any movement. Alright. So I don't want to go that way to get sticks. And I'm grabbing cattails right now because I want to make a... Not a reed hand basket, but I want to make a, like, a reed little container. Okay. We're missing 5 more, but... Ooh, puffballs! Wait, we need more reeds. Alright. Let's focus on the essentials, because I will die. I do not think I'm making it through this night alive, so I might as well set up some storage here. Alright, that'll be 22... 23... 24. I miscounted that. Oh, no, I didn't. Fuck. There we go. Alright. Oh! Where's my spear? Get out of my house! Get out of my house! Get out of my house! You sick fuck! That's my house! Come here! Dink! Why is it dinking? What is that? I cannot see shit. Wait, I have the funniest thing I could do right now. Okay. Did I grab that dirt? No, I did not. Fuck. There we go. It's trapped. Can you place? Can you place this torch, please? There we go. Okay. How the? Oh wait, I'm out of sticks. God damn it. I need to get sticks to make a fire starter. I cannot see shit right now. All right. Sticks will naturally come down. Oh my god. Walnut log? I've never seen a walnut tree before. I wonder if you can eat walnuts. And there's a... Actually, wait. This literally doesn't matter right now, but... Chat. I'm moving it. What was that noise? I'm like, oh, it's blocking the mini-map. it's taking so long? Please. Oh. I can't see shit right now. I can just barely make out the outline of this walnut. The bigger the tree, the longer it takes to cut it down. But the nice thing is, though, is that you don't have to individually break each block. Okay. I love how fast I made my first house and then I just got taken over by that fucking beast. It said, actually, this is mine now. So I guess we have a neighbor. That can be its place, and I'll just, I guess, move next door. Oh, I'm about to starve to death. Just a second. Wow, look at all those stars. It's beautiful. That's one thing that I miss about when I lived out in the middle of nowhere is you could see so many stars. Alright, back to it. Me sitting 5 million years cutting down this walnut log. At the very least, I'm actually really well equipped with seeds and gear. I mean, when I started out playing Vintage Story, my luck was monumentally fucking worse. Spawning in boar territory sucked, but at least it wasn't bears or wolves. And did I get shot at by a beast that was spitting spines at my back? Yes. Did I get my house stolen by a weird creature crawling on all fours? Yes, but, you know. Why is this not breaking? Was that a fucking wolf? No, no. Couldn't have been. Must have been the wind. How long is this? You know, this is fine. Yeah, I'm gonna stop crouching. I'm gonna have one hand just holding down the chopping button, and then I'm gonna drink some of my tea. I made some of my white peony mubai tea from Yunnan sourcing. Oh, nice! Oh, no, my fucking axe broke? What the fuck, dude? Well, good thing it dropped one single stick. Exactly what I wanted. So I can make another axe. To make a fire starter, you need 2 sticks and 1 dry grass. And now, I have no stick. Because I need to chop down the rest of this tree. I do like that sticks fall down when you're chopping down a tree. And I also think it's actually pretty cool having it so that, sorry, the rage took over my body for a second. It's totally fine that I'm not getting the sticks I need. Maybe I should have stayed closer by the forest. I was like, oh, this is beautiful. Proceeds to immediately get my home stolen by a monstrosity. But it's fine. I mean, genuinely, you can tell that this is a pretty good safe space because despite that one monster stealing my house, nothing else is trying to kill me. And that's beautiful. That's exactly what we want. The forest is full of things that will... Did I just break 2 goddamn fucking axes for your bitch ass could not fall in the slightest? Can't even see shit. Alright. You know what? Fuck it. Settings. Graphics. Gamma higher. That barely did anything. Wait. More sticks? More sticks? More sticks? Sir. I desire more sticks. Ooh! 2. Alright, that's good enough. I've been thinking about how much I miss games that have more sepia tones to them, and I turned it down. This game is usually a little bit more sepia tinted, but I was thinking about like the 2010s, like early 2010s, late 2000s, when there were games like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus and like Twilight Princess, and how like fantasy JRPGs had like that golden despawned. I'm free. Went back to its own dimension. Good riddance, you son of a bitch. Okay, my house now. Oh, I still don't have enough sticks! Well, that's fine. Alright, we have a reed chest. At least that. Cattail roots, flax grains, rye grains, and I'll put my seeds in there. Alright. Plant dry grass. I'm gonna set up a fire back here, though. Oh, wait. I need another axe. Because I can't chop firewood without an axe. Oh, wait. Come on. Please light. There we go. Alright. We're going out there into the unknown to find our fate. Actually, wait, can I turn this into sticks? Can I? Haha. Does nothing for me. Alright. Well, seems like that tree doesn't want to fall, but it seems like there would be blocks that would have fallen on top of it. I just gotta make my own pathway up. Alright. Alright. So far, I'm seeing log. It's giving log. It's not giving sticks, though. And... onion? Turnips. I made such a delicious turnip mash the other day. Sticks! And if I'm being honest, I think turnips are underutilized. They're kind of awesome. Some of the greatest shit, gotta say. It was when I was with my mother, and she had never had like turnips before, and I was like, really? And so I decided to make her some basic like turnip mash as a side alongside a dish, because it's got this nice flavor to it and is just really nice. Turnip mash, yeah. It's really good. I've been wanting to get some more turnips though, so I could make some like turnip cakes, where it's like pretty much the same as potato cakes, but you use turnips instead. I love turnip. And turnips originally were what they used for jack-o'-lanterns in Ireland. New worlds are being opened up to be good, as it should be. I love turnip. Because turnips have like a really, really strong smell and flavor, but if you just soak them in water or you soak them in a marinade or a vinaigrette, like whatever you are working on, there's a lot of different utilizations. Water's just really good. If you boil a turnip, the water is gonna be a little stinky, but then you toss it, and then sometimes you also, like, I love to slice up my turnips and then I rinse them several times because they'll get this sort of slimy feeling to them as their juices ooze out a bit. And so if you dislike that feeling and consistency and you don't want it to transfer over to your mash, then you just rinse it several times. Walnut seed. Huh. Oh, you can eat it! That's so cool. Alright, I've got my axe. Oh, I don't. I have just an axe head. Let's make that. And then I wanted to make a door. The first door you make in this game is really funny because it'll just break sometimes. And it's not like permanently broken, it'll just fall off. It takes a long time though to actually make a proper door because you need to make a copper saw blade. Like a handsaw, copper handsaw. Which requires quite a bit of work. Alright. Let's chop some firewood. And I'm probably going to... Alright. Where do I want to stack my firewood? And I could just stack it here. Fun fact, that's the thing that actually made me fall in love with Vintage Story the most, is just being able to actually place objects. Like, you can actually just place sticks on the ground. And I don't know why, but that's just so incredibly satisfying to me. Like, just little things, like stacking firewood, or like, for instance, I'm like, oh, I don't want to use my shovel today. I can just place it down, and it's like, I don't know why. It's like little things like that that are add a little bit more immersion that I'm like, yes, yes. I am satisfied with this. Well, day came without me even sleeping at all. But let's make a hay bed. I'll sleep right here. I want to make more storage, so we'll be cutting down more cattails. Food's starting to get a little low. I need to do more exploration. Actually, I kind of want to... I need to get more sticks too, but... I'm trying to think if there's anything that I should just drop. Oh, I don't need the coal. I don't have the room for it. Oh, what I can do, because I'm not going to be using these cattails, I'm going to put this in so that they can cook. And then move my torch. I can light this fire. Nice. Then I'll be cooking this. And that's food B. Woo! Okay. So, got a lot of cattails up there. We can make more chests. Torch is not needed right now. We're just gonna be doing work in the beautiful morning glow. I would like to... I was thinking, like, when I was thinking about, like, stream titles, I was like, oh, I could make it... Like, oh, let's try and get to the Copper Age as fast as possible, but then I was like, that is gonna be fucking hell. Because... you can't just get access to ore, you have to pan it, and then even then it's not fully guaranteed that the place that you're panning for ore even has the ore you need, and copper's like the easiest one to use, so that should be your first one, but then you need like a shit ton of like little nuggets to even make your first pickaxe. This game is like a... not good for if you want to rush to certain destinations. It's very much a slow and steady, please, I just want to live sort of game. And I like that. Because you still have a shit ton of progress, but it's a lot more about the little things. Is that rye? Oh, I should set up plants too. Now that I have a shovel too, I kind of want to go back to those ruins. Oh, we have puffballs. Also, one of the first things I should be doing, actually, is looking for... what am I thinking? Looking for clay. Because nothing can advance farther until we get clay and start making proper pottery and molds to even pour our blacksmithing stuff into. Wow, there's a lot of puffballs. Berries and fruits go bad the fastest. And then secondary is... I didn't pick up those other puffballs. Berries and fruits go bad the fastest. Then it's vegetables, and then mushrooms. Mushrooms take about 30 days to go bad. Berries only take like 3. Sometimes just 2 or 1. It matters how hot it is. Like in the summer, everything decays faster. I had to step away to get food. I have returned now. Welcome back! I hope that the food you have is super, super yummy and delicious and wonderful. I just finished cooking and I was like, I kind of wish to stream. And then I was like, alright, we're playing Vintage Story. Thank you. It should help me because I feel very lightheaded and weird right now. No! God, that sucks. Sorry you weren't feeling too good. But I can't tell if I'm just hungover or what. Oh yeah, being hungover will do it. If you are drinking, then your body's also probably really dehydrated. Please, please be sure to drink and eat properly. Making sure you have proper sustenance is so, so important. Alright, I can put this away. Ground coal I won't need for a while. Lantern's done. How's the wood looking? Alright, it's a little low. Firewood. That's one thing that I'm kind of glad I can't drink anymore, just because I don't have to worry about alcohol beating the fuck out of my system. I do miss how yummy it is, though. But it's really, really important if you have been drinking to drink and eat and take care of yourself. Okay. There's the... Ooh. I wonder if that's the ocean or if that's the lake system. Alright, what we are looking for is clay. Clay can be found pretty much anywhere, and it's a pain in the ass to actually find, though. So, we'll just have to run around. Or maybe not run around. Considering I only have a single berry I can eat. Oh! This is about to get more berries. Wait, is it still a hangover if you got high instead of drinking? No. Hangover is specifically from drinking booze. The term for... Oh, I don't know. I don't... Because there's like greening out, but that's more of a if you take too much of something, of marijuana specifically. But that's more like the like not the after. Okay, I guess my chakra is just exhausted or something. I don't know. If you were smoking, it's important to also be hydrated. It does put strain on your body to have to inhale so much ash. Ooh. Make sure to drink warm things too, because any sort of smoking you do. No smoking, just edibles. All right, nice, nice, nice. All right, we got more cattails over there. Sometimes when I'm in these places in this game where it's just big open fields, I get this... There's a sort of strange, unsettling feeling to this game that reminds me almost of Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I especially feel it when I'm in places like this. Ooh, spell. Nice. And it's like, especially when it like starts turning night. before I turned off like some of the more sepia tones, it just like especially was like, I kind of don't like how I feel like I'm in the middle lower. It's very fitting that I'm hanging out here while I'm in the midst of a weird Naruto phase right now. Oh! Nice, 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 nice. It's something that, like, it really comes up now, but I am still... I am still very into Naruto. I just have learned to be much more quiet about my interest to certain extents. You are kind of in the middle of nowhere now. I know. Strange things happen in the middle of nowhere. Featuring Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show. With Mario. How's the whole opening go? It's been a while since I've watched it. I hope that you are enjoying Naruto. Okay. I think that I want to edit some of the stream and you should do it, you should do it, you should do it. That'd be awesome. Any video edits I support. I've been trying to get more into video editing. I've been using Caden Live. That's what my last stream was. I was working on editing my cover song, MV, and procrastinating. But it's much better actually for— oh, Clay! 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 Oh my fucking god! We've been divinely blessed. This fast? Alright, I need my shovel. I shouldn't have placed it down. Oh, okay. Oh my god. I did not expect it. Last time, it took me 5,000,000 years. Like, my whole map, I ended up going to, like, a shit ton of different areas before I found any clay. I can't believe it. It's literally just around the corner by a trader and ruins. Life can be so beautiful sometimes. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I think Naruto, the first, but like pre-Shippuden, obviously the greatest. The vibes, the energy, just some of the greatest. Like, there's a reason why. Like, it's such an effective hook. Naruto Shippuden, the manga is so much better. But even then, it's clear that Masashi Kishimoto no longer wanted to keep doing this series and this genre. And by the end, the pivot towards a more sci-fi thing is because that's what he wanted to do. I mean, he wanted to even drop the continuation of Naruto onto somebody else, which ultimately he ended up doing. Ukyo Kodachi ended up becoming the main leader, and there's a writing team. But then had to handle the weird lore changes he made that added, like, space aliens and shit. So I think that I like how they handled post-Shippuden because of, like, Masashi Kishimoto just made the most insane lore changes and drastically shifted the tone. And they just did what they could. They did the best with what they could. And they did a pretty good job. But Ukyo Kodashi is really, really into world building. He did TTRPGs, so he was from an entirely different background, and the way him and the writing team decided to handle it post Shippuden was just really good. But it's clear, like Samurai 8 was what Masashi Kishimoto ended up doing after. And I mean, I feel bad for it because he's like, I want to do sci-fi, like, I want to do space, I have this idea for a series, and then it almost immediately got canceled. So I feel bad for that poor bastard. But like, could you imagine— oh, that's not good. Could you imagine being like, I want to work on sci-fi now, I'm tired of this, and then you're stuck in a contract? It's not that fun. Oh, great. Already one of those stinky bastards already came out. All right. Let's mark these ruins. Oh my god, there's another one. I wanted to go— I wanted to check out that trader, but I guess I won't. Find that and keep your secrets. balls. You still keep up with Barto? How's that been? Well, I mean, it's a monthly series. It's slow because it's a monthly series. So I think Barto is really, really fascinating. It's currently right now, I have been enjoying the series, but it's very... I can tell the difference of, like, because Ukyo Kodachi ended up getting into a scandal that literally makes no sense outside of Japan of why it happened. I don't even fully understand why. He just made a slightly negative comment on something, and then they're like, you're canceled, fuck you. It wasn't even, like, even remotely controversial, especially by Western things. But it was big enough that they were like, nope. And then they're like, Masashi Kishimoto, we canceled your series. You're coming back to the series to help write it. And already, a lot of the problems I have with Masashi Kishimoto's writings, I am finding again. Like, I think early Masashi Kishimoto was brilliant, but the way the female characters are now being written, not the greatest. I'm not a big fan of how much romance matters right now. I think that... oh, I backed up into the fire. I think that there's some cool-ass shit going on. I think that talking about timelines and trying to achieve the optimal one and then also having to become a... like, it's very interesting. It's not getting... oh my god! What the fuck?! What just happened?! It's dead. What the fuck? I think this house is cursed. Why? It spawned. In my house. And then died. And then fell out one of the windows? I wonder if it's because this is similar enough to a cave that it's causing that effect. I don't have any words. I need more wood. Actually. Oh my god. My whole body, like, the amount of fear that shot up my spine when he fucking spawned in there. Oh my god. My body is stuck in fight or flight right now. What the fuck? Oh. Anyways. Like, I mean, the main thing that I am the most curious about Baruto is just not relevant right now, and I'm also like, did he... one of my least favorite things about Masashi Kishimoto is he retcons things like crazy. He has a problem with that. He's like, no, I actually don't like that anymore, even though they've like devoted so much into this being a thing going on. And like, for instance, like Toneri is should be a huge part of this, like in his effects and all these choices. Nobody talks about him. Right now, the enemies are like related to like the divine tree and stuff, but like I just it I don't know. I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's going. It's not a full comparison, but it feels like right now with Boruto, or like for the last 2 years since Masashi Kishimoto's taken over as head writer, it kind of feels like trying to read Berserk after Kentaro Miura died, where it's like, okay, but are we actually on the same tracks as it was supposed to be? And I feel like it's kind of like it'll just take a long time for us to see the final results and see if they actually stuck to it, but I don't trust Masashi Kishimoto. I don't trust him to deliver a consistent story after what he did. But the paneling has gotten better. I have no idea when the anime is going to come back. But it'll be interesting. You know, I don't think I ever got your opinion on Berserk post Miura. I think that I support his friend and assistant in continuing it. And I tried reading it, but there's a distinct lack of Kentaro Miura, and maybe it's following exactly what Kentaro wanted to do, like what he had already had planned out, but there's this dissonance compared to before he died. And I found the more time goes on, the more I find myself struggling to want to read it. Because, you know, there's that one panel, literally, that one page where it is literally a panel of Griffith, and it says, we are all starring in a story with no end in sight. And this was actually quite a long time before he ended up dying. And I think now, like, if you like reading the continuation of Berserk, cool, like, continue to support him. You know, I think that he deserves, you know, his friend deserves the support. But I think for me, Berserk being this unfinished series and leaving you with so many questions is actually very incredibly beautiful. I kind of like the unfinished aspect of it. And I think about, you know, I mourn the loss of such an incredible visionary and writer. And I think that, you know, in my heart, Kentaro Miura's Berserk will never be able to see a proper ending. Not to say that this, like, continuation of it doesn't have aspects of Miura in it, but it's just, you know, it's different. I do not like people who hate on his assistant and friend who's continuing it. I always forget his name. Like, I think any harassment or hate is completely just being an asshole. I think that, like, to be able to continue on the story, like, thank you for your work, but I don't know. For me, it's just, I just can't. Maybe one day I will. I'll get back into reading it. But I mean, already it's a long ass series. I still reread it often. When I'm procrastinating my comic, I'll just pick up Berserk again and I'll be like, ah, yes. It seems to line up with a lot of people I know / know views. Yeah. I definitely do not have a unique opinion on it. And I think, like, it's just one of those things. Like, Honestly, I wish I was somebody who could continue reading it, but it's, I don't know, lacks that flavor. I love Berserk. There's something really soothing about this game's mechanic for just making pottery. Like, just working on it layer by layer by layer. I don't know, it's just nice. Of course, it's different from how you actually make pottery in real life, but I like it. Smithing is pretty similar to this. I think one of the things that I'm glad to have as like a characteristic of mine is I don't mind, like, I'm somebody who reads monthly stories quite a lot. Like, I've been reading Kuroshitsuji for coming up on 13 years. 13 years of reading Kuroshitsuji monthly. And, like, let's say, for instance, she were to just drop the series, you know? Like, I'd be fine with that. Like, I'm very at peace when stories don't see their ending, because I think that in itself is kind of beautiful, because in real life, you don't often get closure. Sola! Hi, Sola! What's up, dude? I hope you're doing well. We're currently vintaging our story. Like, it's not all vitriolic, but just being honest with yourself and saying, yeah, I just can't continue it like this without his involvement. Mm-hmm. Just how it is. I'm not supposed to be awake, but hi. Well, you can hang out with me until you get sleepy enough. I just woke up not that long ago. Hopefully you can get to bed soon. But they catch your stream at 2 a.m. That's one of the problems. My sleep schedule's all over the place. So I'm like, might as well just stream when I can, but whether people catch it or not, oh god. But it's good to see you, bro. We gotta play more of that board game. Escape the Castle, Escape the Dungeon. I forget what it's called. Also, you've got me addicted to watching Detective Conan. On a hiatus, if I wasn't watching Atsugi Uyu streams, I was just watching Detective Conan. And you are 500% to blame for that. So, thank you. I'm just working on my little things right now on Vintage Story. Which I like. Oh, I'm about to starve. Alright, might as well eat my cranberries before they spoil. Fresh for 4 days, not bad. It's so good, my bad. No, it's awesome. It's so good. But I also, like, it made me realize, like, my favorite genre in general, I think, is murder mysteries. I've read more fantasy than anything else, but, like, I'm like the happiest when I'm sitting down watching Columbo or, like, Detective Conan, and I'm like, alright, there's a trend here. Let alone the fact that I used to read so many mystery novels growing up. Some of them are crazy, though, the way that they end up committing the murders, and I'm like, what the fuck? Columbo and Conan is so real? Yes. How to describe Mettie's two favorite things at the same time. I can't believe I have a rusty gear. That's currency in this game. I love Columbo. I love it when people keep doing those, like, anime girl comparisons with him, because it's like a New Yorker, like, Italian man, and that's, like, short and hairy. He's kind of like me. Hell yeah. He's so autistic. I love him. Are you talking about Columbo or Conan? I think Columbo probably. Because, I mean, like, Columbo literally will just break into people's houses. It's really interesting because, like, another series that I really like is the British murder series, Midsummer Murders. I used to watch that a lot with the woman I used to take care of. And it's like your classic murder mystery of, like, who did it, how, you know? And Conan also follows, like, all right, who's the one who did it? But, like, Columbo's like, all right, here's the murder. Now you're gonna have to see how Columbo figured it out. Columbo, he's like me if he was a 20-something part-timer at a hardware store. Hell yeah. Oh, you're working at a hardware store now? Hell yeah. I love Columbo. I'm very, very similar to Conan the Columbo, where it's like I get like obsessive about things where it's like, wait, that doesn't make sense. And then they just have like a wealth of knowledge and then they just need to figure it out. Like Jotaro said, maybe it's because I watched Columbo too much as a kid, but once the light turns on in my head, I can't turn it off until I figure something out. That's Araki's actually the GOAT. Remember the last one we watched together, the apartment one? Yeah! We should watch some more going on together. I'm up for it. I think you could solve mysteries, Mettie. Like, you could probably solve the Kira case. I could. I would. I actually originally wanted to be a private investigator, and to this day I would still be up for being a private investigator. Because, I mean, something too is like, okay, don't do this. And I'm not even glad that I did this, but there's this one guy that I think is rather beautiful, who is an online person, who is a VTuber, and I did indeed find out who he was in reality, his real name, where his brother went to university, and where his mom lives, and also where he lives, and the gym he is. I am not using this information at all. I just got bored, was like, I wonder how far I can figure this out. But if you could solve mysteries, can you find out where 99% of my money goes? Oh my god. I mean, I could. Honestly, if it is a problem where you don't know where your money is going, one, please check if you have online subscriptions. Yeah, Mettie, do you want my budgeting? I can do that. Though, I mean, I'm very, very, like, I'm somebody who is... My livelihood is being a leech. Like, I beg for money, and then people give me money, and then that's how I live. And then I also have investments. So... So I'm very much like... I have to keep a really good eye on my money because I can't work jobs. I spend 1,200 a month on candle. The drill tweet. That's me with tea. Oh my god, wait, how does that go? Somebody please help me budget this. My family is dying. And it's like bills, mortgage, groceries, and then it's like $1,200 on candles a month. I love that. I love that tweet. Drill is an icon. Alright, I need more sticks. Damn, there's a lot of berries. Been tea maxing lately? Hell yeah. I know that chamomile's your favorite. Been drinking more of that, or you try new stuff too? I love tea. I've been wanting to get like a really nice Chinese tea set with like even like the tray. I got a Amazon gift card from my aunt and for like Christmas because she knows how bad of a day it is for me, and she was like, yeah, like get yourself whatever you want, but it was like $50. I'm like, what the, because I don't usually buy stuff from Amazon. I'm like, what can I get here? And I ended up getting like a really fat chunky cat tea pet. It's so awesome. I love it. It has bug eyes. It looks funny as fuck. Chamomile is still one of my favorite. I have some of that, but I got into this Bengal spice one that I've had in my room, and that shit goes nutties. I've been drinking lots of Earl Grey lately. Yummy. I love Earl Grey. Chamomile, something about the smell slightly puts me off, but I do really, really appreciate it. I think it's cool. I have this problem with Earl Grey, though, because I am actually mildly allergic to lavender, and so I was drinking it nonstop in my friend's house, and they're like, oh my god, because I wouldn't stop, like, throwing up my mouth, and they're like, that is so disturbing, why do you keep doing that? And then they remembered I was allergic to lavender, they're like, why have you been making Earl Grey all the time? What the fuck, Betty, stop! I'm like a cat that, like, it's like, don't eat that, don't eat that, don't eat that, and then I just continue just eating it. That's me. I love Earl Grey, though. Because, like, a nice warm cup of Earl Grey on a cold day. Today I learned that Earl Grey has lavender. It does. Fun fact, Earl Grey was originally made to actually hide the heavy taste of lime in water in a place in the UK. But I do believe it was made by a Chinese immigrant who was asked for help by the Earl. I believe it was on the eastern side. I know what the castle looks like that he used to live in, because I love watching historical stuff. But I'm trying to remember, where is it exactly? It's like in the mid-east of the UK. I love tea. Alright, I need more sticks. I'm getting distracted. Alright, I have 11 sticks, that's not enough. It takes about 8 sticks each for my pit kilns to be able to be lit, and I gotta fire up this clay to use it. Woo! Is that right? Oh god! Oh fuck, it's shooting spines. Oh fuck. Everyone, we should become monks and drink tea and think all day together. Who's with me? That would be so good! That's the dream. That's actually the life. That's the ideal. Oh. Drinking tea. Living in one of those cool old monasteries and just hanging out and doing some gardening and just thinking and writing and oh. Oh. And then the church would naturally give you funds. Oh my god. I'm sickened by the beauty of it all. The dream. Alright, I need a bit more firewood than this. Might as well, I need peace right now. You would be both my friends. That's the dream. I've been wanting to move out so bad. I want my own little place out in the middle of nowhere. I kinda need peace and serenity. Together we will unite by tea. Yes! I mean, it could work. I've been actually really having to think about, because I have the funds technically for a down payment on a house, but due to health concerns and all sorts of problems, I can't work. So I can't get a house because I can afford only the down payment on a house, but I can't afford the mortgage and continuous. I want to live on a flying island. That'd be so cool. That'd be so awesome. That'd be sick. I love it. A flying island. The first thing I thought of actually was the flying islands from Twilight Princess, where there's those funny human-looking birds. The okurus? What are those fuck-ass birds called? Twilight Princess birds. What are they called? Oka. Uka? They're so funny looking. Have you seen the concept art of them? The Okus? Yeah, the Okos. Have you seen the concept art of, like, them as, like, full humans that exist? They're crazy. Let me see. Where is it? Give me the concept art. I love Sky Island concepts so much. I used to draw them lots. Hell yeah. Your art is so beautiful. Sola. I wish to see them. I missed that slightly, but no, I haven't seen that, I don't think. Alright. Twilight Princess. OOCCOO. Concept art. There's one of them. I feel like I saw more. Oh wait, I just realized that I'm playing a game and I have not paused. I'm in danger. Go inside your cursed house where monsters will spawn. Okay. Where is it? There it is. There's one of them. And I really... Okay, I love the designs in Twilight Princess so much. I look at them and I go, Oka refers to the tribe at large, and Oku is a character. My bad. It's okay. I do not be remembering shit at all. Do I know things? Yes. Can I access that information? No. I want to show. My favorite fun fact about Japanese Twilight Princess is that her name is literally just Auntie. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, this is official concept art of what the people could have looked like. In obviously, as an Anishinaabe person, I'm like, that's everything. The fucking character design is so good. I love Twilight Princess character design. I need them to get back to that. I need them to... Sky Islands. That's one of the reasons why I also really liked Tears of the Kingdom is I fucking love the sky. Being able to hang out in the sky. I think hanging out in the sky is so cool. Betty, stop! I'm gonna want to replay Twilight Princess. Literally. Twilight Princess is my most replayed game I've ever done. Okay, Maddie, I'm a lurk. I have work in 4 hours. Oh my god. Bro. I had a hunch that was gonna be the case, but you should close your eyes and rest. And I hope work can go well for you tomorrow. Or today. Later today. Rest well. We should play some games soon. I plan on replaying it on my Wii since I've never done the Wii version before. That's the only version I have played. Alright. Any more sticks? And I also want to check out this trader. There's a trader right here. Honestly, I'm kind of scared though. I also should start setting up crops. This is all low fertility soil though, so I want to find some high fertility or medium fertility soil. I'll be listening though. I enjoy your yapping. Let's catch up soon. Hell yeah! Well, you're gonna hear a lot of yapping. I do be talking. I do be discussing. I think about the bitches discuss me all the time and they're like, yo, what do they be discussing so much? I think it's one of the funniest things. I don't know why that just like tickles my fancy so much. Yeah, what do they be discussing? You know, that fucked up log can stay there. Can you place? You usually can place this on the walls. Why are you not? Place. No? Alright, fine. Yeah, but you actually talk about interesting stuff? Eehee. I've got a lot of thoughts in my head. I've been realizing more and more just how, like, I've been trying to find more of the specifics on why my brain works the way it does, because when you understand that, you could then apply it and get yourself to function more efficiently on certain things. And something I find really interesting is I've started to realize that there is a lot more of a distinction between things that I say. Like, sometimes I'll say something or an opinion, but then the next day I'm like, I don't have that opinion at all. Like, I don't know why I said that. And then the next day I'm like, no, I agree with that. And it's really interesting because I figured out a way to categorize this reasoning of why this is occurring and how this is occurring by actually using my VTuber lore. In the context of it, it actually makes it easier to explain some situation, right? Because my VTuber, for instance, has 3 mindsets to them. There is the mindset that comes from their human side, the life they lived as Otilulier, right? This, this human that despite their fears couldn't help but dream and want things in life and care and like really actually feel so incredibly human. And then though there is the nightmare demon, the results of extreme betrayal, of PTSD, of hardship, of bitterness, of wanting, destruction, you know. And then there is the third mindset and aspect, which is Matilda Portier, which is a regnal name. It is a name given out of status, and it is a much more calculating desire but ambition based rather than just that of the heart. And so there's like these 3 main aspects that go into who I am, and it just makes sense within this situation. So it's just something that I find really interesting, how actually using my lore can actually describe and help me figure out what's going on more, because when you have so many life-defining situations, you are naturally going to come with contrasting opinions. When you have so many times in your life where you've had to think a certain way, or you're just open-minded to all these different ways, you can say something that you full-chested believe in, but it's only within a certain context, a certain version of you, a version of you that hasn't faced these trials, a version of you that is not jaded, that still exists within you. And it's interesting, how despite being a single human being, you exist in a greater context, right? Because everybody has this. This isn't something unique to me, there's a reason why people, will cycle back to their old music they used to listen to in high school or middle school or in college, and all of a sudden they're kind of like bringing out that side of themselves more because it aids the situation. This perspective is still a part of them, but it just needs to take forefront, take center. And so, I think allowing myself to be a complex being and acknowledge that the way I feel stems from my experiences. And it's not that I disagree with what I've said. It's some days I will agree, some days I won't, because I have unchanging moral principles, but everything around that will shift based on the situation. And that doesn't mean that it's not how I actually feel. It's just humans are complex. The music in this game is very charming. You walking through a torch, not knowing where monsters are gonna pop up, just like getting cattails. Alright. I have a rusty gear though, and that's currency in this game, so let's see what they have to trade. I like these little wagons. What's up, dude? I love how they talk. Haven't seen you around before. You just wake up? I think so. Well, good morning to you. Name's Edel. I roam around these parts, finding and trading what I can. Okay. It is a treasure hunter. Ooh, that means that Squire Hood? 2 gears. Bro, how about the Squire Hood? That's fucked up. 6 gears, 2 gears, 5 gears, 7 gears. 2 gears. 2 gears. 1 gear for rough lapis? I don't want that. What can I sell? Cooked red meat? Tin bronze falx. Wolf pup mail. Leather reinforced wooden shield. Bismuth bronze shovel. High leather boots. Tin bronze pickaxe. Stained leather poncho. Candle. Ah. Ooh, linen sack. I could make those down the line. Rye bread? It's gonna be a while before I get to bread making. Alright. Well, let's mark this on the map. Alright. Ooh! Is that another ruin over there? Damn, there's a lot of ruins in this area. Alright. I want to get this tool, because I want to make some roofing. Oh, wait, I can't pick that up. Fuck! Wait. Yes, I can. I just need to chop some firewood. I don't know if you could use tool for much, actually. Wait, let me take a look. Tool. T-U-L-E. Oh, it turns into thatch. No, it's literally just for roofs. Yeah. Roofs are, I do believe, to be mostly cosmetic, but insulation is something that is taken into consideration with every block you choose, so. I do believe that helps insulate the house, and so if you want to keep heat in, that's easier. If you want to keep cold in, you know, insulation. Me over-explaining insulation. I was watching a video the other day where it was a carpenter and like a house contractor talking about the problem with modern houses that especially built in America and why they are so incredibly prone to developing black mold. And interestingly enough, it's due to how insulation is handled. Because of the vinyl siding we use and the thick amount of insulation in between it alongside vinyl paint on the interior, if moisture gets in between the walls, it is going to thrive in that dark, damp environment. So naturally, these insulation will just become extreme breeding grounds for mold. And it's really fascinating videos. I love watching stuff like that because I've always wanted to build my own house. And, you know, they're talking about the problems and how old houses, you know, because of actually old houses didn't have proper insulation, it would make it easier for the house to breathe. And where air could move through a house, it makes it more difficult for mold to grow. Now, obviously, for energy reasons, that's bad. Having it so that the outside affects your inside of your house is not going to be helpful, especially in a world that is going through climate change, right? And I just thought it was really, really interesting, you know, hearing all these pros and cons and what affects it and like all these ways to handle it. And I don't know, it's just really interesting. I think it's just really cool, especially though, looking at like what is better for home building and what is old and classic tried and true that we should get back to. And it's really interesting. I was also learning about how timber framing, where you use whole big, you know, logs and timbers for building houses, that actually is really effective more than how a lot of modern day houses are made. Because usually, you know, it's a lot of plywood, but one of the problems too is when wood is over-treated with chemicals and, you know, heating it up to high temperatures, it kills off some of the bacteria that was naturally occurring within the wood that would prevent like mold growth and all sorts of problems. So using whole timbers that have been treated but not really that much chemically and all these different things is actually really nice. Ours doesn't seem like there's much here, just corpses. Bone soil. I love how loud the wind is. Oh, that feels good. I love video essays. If I can learn something, I want to learn something. God, listen to that. I think that's one of the reasons why I got addicted to Vintage Story is moments like that where you can feel the wind almost. You can hear the water. There's this like immersion to it that I wasn't expecting originally. In fact, even sometimes in certain areas, you'll see little pixels like bugs showing up. All right. I need more sticks to finish these pit kilns. Let me put some of my stuff out. Oh, my fire burned out. 22 cooked rhizomes. Fresh for one day. Well, might as well start guzzling those down. I want to make windows, but because glass making is only down the line, I'll probably just make wooden gates. That'll be a bit down the line. Oh, thatch, right. Okay. What I need to do is separate these into 2 sections, and then I can make only 4 thatched roof. Yeah, I'm going to need to cut a lot more of that. Oh wait, I was gonna also get the goods for... Can you stop? My god. I understand that your whole thing is breaking, but calm down. Don't you love when your door just keeps falling off its hinges? Oh yeah. But just being half done kind of pisses me off really bad. But also there's kind of a charm in how shitty that looks. Need more sticks. I guess I should head west. There's a ton of foliage over here. I've been kind of feeling more and more every day the importance of just really, really connecting with nature. Now, I live in the woods, but I'm still very much surrounded by civilization. And I've been thinking a lot about, you know, I'll sit outside and I'll watch sandhill cranes walk by and I'll feed them and see the deer playing around the snow and see opossums walking by and feel the nice fresh cold air and, you know. It's amazing how much little things like that just feel so healing, but there's such a strong urge to reconnect more with older traditions and ways of living, and I don't mean like the stupid like 1950s ideal. Ah! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god, where are you, bastard? Oh my god, my heart just leapt into my chest. Holy fuck. Where the fuck did it go? I didn't hallucinate that, right? I love to be where you are. What the fuck? Hee hee. I love living in the woods. We also get to hear frogs, and it's so beautiful. But there's a part of me too that's like, I kind of want to live even more away from, like, I have neighbors, like I can see lights through the woods. I have a neighbor, like, genuine just next to my house, only one, but it would just be really, where the fuck did that little guy go? It'd be like, I just want, oh, there's one of them. I just want like a wood stove and to chop firewood and grow my own sort of food to a certain extent. And, you know, I want goats and I want chickens. And I've had experience, you know, helping people take care of their animals, but I kind of just want to live a lot more of just a self-sustainable life. Hi, Beta Restart. Hi. Yeah, where you been? I was on hiatus. I've been, my physical health especially has just been really bad. But, oh, fuck! Don't throw rocks at me, you bitch! Die. Be quiet. Goat meat is top tier, isn't it? Goat milk is really yummy. It's my favorite. But more than anything too is I just love goats. Because I'm not the biggest fan of dogs. They make me actually violently sick. Something about their smell and coat. Like it's a being allergic, but it's also something else. And like goats are extremely useful for protecting livestock as well. And they're very fierce and loyal, and they're very cute and beautiful, and I love them. And they're also yummy. If anything is yummy alongside just being beautiful and wonderful to be around, bonus points. That's one of the reasons why I think I usually have a preference for men with a decent amount of muscle on them, is because, I mean, that's good meat. You know? That's just how it goes. My torch went out. I don't need it right now, but... Alright, I need more sticks. That's what I was doing. I'm getting distracted. Oh. I need more sticks to light up my pit kiln. Why do I have 2 knives? Hopefully this axe won't break before I'm done cutting down this tree. I am the type of person, though, that, like, for me... There's very few things that I wouldn't eat when it comes down to animals. Unless it's downright hazardous, right? Like, don't eat monkey brains. That's not good for you. I mean, culturally, if that's something that you do, I respect that. But also, there are dangers and risks that go along with that. God, I love the wind. Alright. Got my sticks. I still need way more sticks, which sucks. I just served chicken. I mean, liver? Rocky blood and oysters? Yeah. I don't mind that. I mean, liver is yummy, especially if you grind it up and use it with a lot of different things. I mean... And, like, something, too, is, like, there's no part of a body that I wouldn't eat. I mean... But I'm also Anishinaabe, and that's a huge part of our practices, is you don't waste any part of an animal. Now, whether you eat it, or whether you find some other use for it, which can even, you know, can vary in a lot of ways. Like, why... If you're going to take a life of anything, you should use every single part. Chicken heart fried up is pretty good. Mmm... I've never tried chicken heart fried. Sounds yummy, though. And something, too, though, like, one of my favorite foods ever is something that is more commonly found not in the US, which sucks. Because I want easier access to it, but I love tripe. I love fried tripe. And for those who don't know, tripe is intestines. That's one of the reasons why I love watching the YouTuber Chinese Food Tours. Ah Sing is just a wonderful guy, great personality, goes into history and like a lot of cultural stuff, and just loves talking to the people. But there's so many cool cultural variations on how they decide to serve tripe or whether they use it at all. And it's so incredibly interesting to see people like, there's like bitter tripe soup. Oh, what region was that? I'm gonna butcher the name of it even if I said it. But where they actually use a lot of the digestional enzymes or the enzymes that are found in the upper intestine. You've never had good tripe? Have you had fresh tripe? Well, and also, there's so many different ways to cook it. And also, it's not for everybody. If you don't like tripe, then that's completely fine. It's just something that I really love and some people don't. I love tripe. But I'm so curious about, like, you know, this bitter tripe soup because it does use a lot of what people would really thoroughly clean out of the intestine. But for them, you know, even Ah Sing was struggling to stomach it, but he was, you know, he was listening to the elders around him and, like, like hearing about how they're like, oh, it's best if you do it this way, best if you try it this way. And it's not for everybody. I don't think necessarily I would like Bitter Tribe soup, but I think it's just so incredibly beautiful. And maybe I would. Maybe I would. I really would like to get more into... Like, one of the reasons why I also want to move out is I want to be able to set up a proper butchering station for animals. Because, like, one, it saves you more money to get a whole animal and then just butcher them yourselves. And then you can freeze it and then it'll stay for a really long time and then you get fresh meat. But then you also, you know, get more aspects that a lot of companies will just throw out. And so you can just make deals with farmer, get nice good half of a cow, butcher it. Or if you're a hunter, which is something that most of my family are hunters, you know. And also something too is, you know, if you find, you know, if a deer gets hit outside your property, you can just, or even like down the road, you can just, and you know it's pretty quick, you can make sure that's in decent condition, then you can just haul it to where you have the hooks and you can just, you know, make sure to gut, skin, clean. And then you got a nice hide and you can make the most. Let me move in, I'll help with farming. I'm level 65 farming. Hell yeah. Still on like grind. That'd be awesome. I definitely need people to live with me in the future. My father would always say that it's... How to tell I came from a nerd family. He would always say that I'm just like the Doctor from Doctor Who, where it's not good if I travel alone. Because I am prone to more mental illness if people spend a long time away from me. Which is not like me being clingy. I'm actually like a very much like, no, leave me alone. I'm my own person, but then it's just the delirium kicks in. So, why are sticks the thing I was having lighting this? Where's my firewood? Have I been wasting sticks? So, I definitely want to live with somebody in the future. Whether that's a friend, it's just about compatibility. I would be up for having you farming. I've been keeping an eye on property. And I've been really wanting to get like a nice few acres, at the very least. Out in the woods where I can, you know, have some hunting, but also just like have some farming and also just be able to experience life. The only problem though is that I'm prone to getting stalked and hunted by bears, and that's not great. That's one of the reasons why I'd want to have goats. So I can take them with me on hikes. Oh my god, it is so cute. Those videos of people going hiking with their goats and they're just hanging out and having a good time. Bitch, that should be me! I want that! Taking your dog on a walk? Tired. Taking your goat on a hike? Wired. That's the shit. I love goats, though. There's that one manga series, and it does have an anime adaptation, in Spectra, and the main character, she's like really into this guy, and she's like, he had a presence that reminded me of a mountain goat. And she like goes on this like huge tangent, like she fell in love at first sight. There's one in the taking my pet rock out for a walk. Yeah. So here in the US, we have the Great Lakes, and a lot of them have these beautiful stone beaches that are prone to having like fossils, but all sorts of different sediment because it's an ancient ocean bed that was then carved through by glaciers. It's really, really cool geographic wise, but you can find like I love picking up rocks whenever I would go to the Great Lakes. And so I often have just rocks everywhere around me, and I also pick them up in the woods too. So I am all for taking your rock for a walk. Pet rock for a walk. Can you stop catching fire? Get your shit together. I love rocks. But I'm also just really into history, and that goes into, you know, beyond human civilization. And ah, a rock. What it can be full of, the history it has, the smoothness, the bumpiness. Was it formed through volcanic activity? Was it formed through the fusion of glass particles? Was it from compression? Was it from ancient? Oh, I love. I'm just a big nerd. I just love these things. All right, I said I was going to grab some medium fertility dirt so I can start farming, but I'm not finding any medium fertility dirt, so I might have to go farther. Have I seen any? I'm pretty sure the Boer area is where I saw a lot of medium fertility soil, but maybe... Okay. I'm thinking, I'm pondering, I'm thinking, I'm considering, I'm weighing my options. I'm thinking. My inventory is so full. Alright, I'm gonna plant this birch seed. I don't need it in my inventory. I want to explore more this way because I haven't gone this way much. So there's trees over here. It might be fertility over here. Puffball. Puffballs are so yummy. That's one thing that I like about this game is I immediately can recognize edible mushrooms. I'm like, oh, I know that that's edible, but I love foraging. I have a foraging license, so I can go into any park and I can just forage. Whether that's state or federal, but it's one of those things that I had to apply through my tribe. And then I get so you get certain access whether you can prove your knowledge of certain things. So there's like a baseline foraging where you can't, you're more likely to get penalized and maybe even get in problem with the law if you aren't following exact protocols, but it's fun. God, I love these ruins. I gotta dig out more of them and see if I can find any more hidden loot and goodies, but... Alright, head into these woods. Yeah, that's the fertility soil. Oh, there's a license for that? Yeah, because it's illegal otherwise. It's, more a gray area. But it can be bad, right? Because there's some plants that they aren't the greatest to harvest on your own. Like, if you were in a park and you were harvesting chicken of the woods on a tree, I don't think anybody would get on your case for that unless they were just fucked up. But there are some plants that aren't the greatest. Usually it's best to have a license. It's important to also check your state laws if you're in the US. I have no idea what it looks like legally outside of the US. I do think Canada has very similar protocols to it, but also I fucking hate Canada. Not illegal, gray area for sure, yeah. There are some protected plants, though, that you shouldn't be able to harvest and do have legal... Crimson maple leaves. Well, I haven't seen that. Yeah. Oh, talk about another reason why I want my own property is I want to be able to tap maple trees. It's my favorite thing to do whenever I go up and visit my uncle. And also just a lot of my family. Because, well, tapping maple trees is an ancient tradition. And it's so cool. And one of my favorite things ever is when you are tapping maple trees. Sugars are actually something that spiders find really, really yummy. Especially wolf spiders. So you'll find giant wolf spiders just floating in your giant shap bags and or your tubs. Matters how you decide to harvest it. And it's something that I always find really fun is trying to save them before they drown. Do you have to refine the shap from the tree at all? Or can you just put that shit? You can do that. It's a lot more watery. You usually have to boil it down. It's not very sugary. It's just very watery, but it's refreshing. It's the most delicious drink in the world. It's so yummy. If you want a syrup, if you want a sweeter flavor, if you don't, then you have to boil it down a lot. So then you have to set up troughs and stuff or tubs and stuff and boil it down. But just drinking sap just straight from the tree is really good. Especially if you're just going out into the woods and you already have... I've always wanted my own hazelnut trees. Hazelnuts are so yummy. I miss when I was able to eat them. I love... Actually, I'm gonna plant this walnut. This does not serve me being in my inventory. I love... Hazelnut's used my favorite nut. Back in the winters when I could still have nuts, I would... Sorry, I just... In my head, I'm like, that's really funny that you say that, because I'm like, technically I am considered more eunuch than anything else. I'm like, haha, of course. But anyways, sorry, my brain just fucked up. But I loved in winter when you're... Oh, there's carrots. When they would have, like, hazelnuts in bags that you could crack. It's so good. Also, Mettie, I will have to take my leave for a bit, but I will return later if you're still here. Enjoy and try not to get #owned by nature. So far, no boar has killed me yet. I should be live for like another hour. I try and stream about 3 hours. So, if you want to come back, my dear friends, you absolutely can. I'll just be hanging out. I'll be working on stuff. Trying not to die. Love you, bro. I love you too. It's always good to see you hanging out in here. And I hope that you can be feeling better too. Make sure to eat, make sure to drink, make sure to make yourself a shit ton of tea if you got to. And I will see you later. I kind of want to turn up the render distance. $256 blocks? What about a nice... Can I get a 400? Can I get a... I guess we're doing 480. Very strange that you can't just adjust that little bit by little bit. There we go. Now it feels a little bit better. Ooh, there's a cave up there. This is a really interesting area. Oh, I was supposed to find medium fertile soil. That's why I came out here in the first place. Alright, focus. So far I've been lucky outside of being chased out of the spawn area by 5 boars, but... Alright, I think that looks like slate. So I don't think this is really slate gravel, but... I just want to make sure. Yeah. Yeah, no. That's medium fertility soil. Some areas, it's mostly fertile soil, but... Damn. Fucked up. Alright, we could get more cattails to make some more chests. However, I do, now that I have clay, and I have that vessel already fired up, I should probably just focus on making more clay vessels than anything else. Still, the soil looks light here. How far am I gonna have to go to just get some... And is it worth it? Okay. I'm gonna steal these seeds. It's getting dark. Because we gotta start making crop production as soon as possible. It's not really something that I can really wait long on because... What time is it? It is currently May. So I have quite a while until winter, but... We have to make sure to get as much harvest in as possible. We can't risk it. Because I suck at the domestication of wild animals. So. Red currants. Alright, I do have that. There's something too is that we have a lot of berries in this region. But it doesn't help too much. Because when it comes down to keeping them for long periods, we're going to need to turn them into jams. And that requires honey. And also more advanced technology I don't have right now, so... What are you? Parsnips? Alright, let's mark that. Parse. I like the name parsnips. It's kind of funny sounding. Alright. Leave those just growing. We'll be back this way. Yeah, I think I'll just have to settle for low fertility soil. I can also add fertilizer later down the line. But it's gonna be a bit because then I'm gonna raccoon. God. I love raccoons. What was the same? Onions. Wow. Can't believe it. Onion. Okay. That waterfall's beautiful. Okay. Me when I get distracted by the majesty of nature. Get it together! Focus! When I was younger, I used to watch a shit ton of Adult Swim. And being an insomniac for most of my life, that was just part of it. Part of my schedule. And I used to watch a lot of, like, Eric Andre. Because whatever's on, I would just, I would just fucking watch it. Whether that was Squidbillies or some other fucking cursed shit. And whenever I say... Oh my god. My brain just glitched out. Just a moment. I said something. Focus! That's it. Whenever I say focus, I have a high chance of thinking of the Tyler, the Creator interview that Eric Andre did, where he's like, focus! He starts snapping. He's like, your dad's here. And then it switches over to like this random creepy-ass bald man that's just hanging in the rafters. Locian! Hello! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Loci, you should get this game. It's like Minecraft, but it's extreme. it's survival, but it's really brutal, and also there's a lot more customization, and you can make medieval accurate houses, and also there's eldritch monstrosities from an alternate dimension. Your thoughts are very much everywhere, aren't they? That's one of the reasons why, like, with my introductory video, like, I talk about personality traits. Next time I do another intro video, which will be soon, because I want to have one with my new model. Scatterbrained, underlined. Well, from what I thought you were playing Hytale, no, I'm playing Vintage Story. Which, Hytale is interesting. I don't have any interest. I don't actually want to play it at all, though. No, this is Vintage Story. Looks good, though. I like it. I'm at the very, very bare bones of starting things, but it's really cool. And also it has like a built-in, like, pretty much Wikipedia. So it has a ton of guides like napping, clay forming, meal making, charcoal burning, farming, food preservation, animal husbandry, panning for ore and ore, smelting, smithing, prospecting, temporal stability, armor, mechanical power, steel making, coke oven, weather, rock strata, cheese making, fruit trees, brewing and distilling alcohol, dye banking, ground storage, leather making, greenhouses, beehive kiln, building a sailboat, tamed mountable animals, and also there's like plot and like chapters and like lore, and it's really fun, and there's like a shit ton of different roofs, and you can do like a ton of like actual traditional building, and it takes a long time to like have progress, but it's just really, really rewarding. And the ancient civilizations you stumble upon are so cool, and there's also like alternate dimensions that like are full of really terrifying entities, but it's just really cool. And you don't have to interact with that side of the world if you don't want to. I love it. I love it. I love this game. But I've been on my hiatus. I've been watching a ton. One of my all-time favorite VTubers is Utsugi Uyu of Holostars JP. And he's gotten completely addicted to this game. And at first, I was not that interested in it. I was like, oh yeah, this is cute. And then, the more I watched him, I was like, wait, this might be actually the coolest thing ever. And then I proceeded to play it and got completely addicted to it. So, Ah, alright. I'm gonna set up my shitty windows. I do believe it's 4 this way, and then 4 this way. I don't have an axe. Ooh! I can make a chest. I have enough. Nice. I love gaming. Feels like something I like too. I like the rustic style of it. Yeah! And I love that you can like place things, right? Like, if you have a tool, you can just place it on the wall. And it just feels really lived in. Right now I'm in the bare minimum of it, but like, you could stack firewood and I love the rustic vibes. It feels nice just trying to live off the land and doing your best. If you are interested in it, I will get it for you. I will buy it for you. I want to bully Sola into playing it too. That's cool. Seeing you're still alive, Mettie. I'll see ya. See ya, Faden. It's always good having you here. I hope to see you again soon. I'm trying to get back more to streaming. I don't know why I was gonna say sleaming. That's not even a word. Ah, yes. I love when it's getting to the point where I'm so sleepy that I'm not speaking properly. Which is funny because I didn't wake up. I just woke up not that long ago, but my body is very sickly. So, needs a lot more rest. I'm gonna use some rammed earth up here. I'm also gonna actually place some here. I wanna have some storage up there. Alright, what was I doing? Yeah. We're gonna nap some flint. I'm so excited to get into metalworking. Sleaming. Oh yeah, I think Sola's gonna like this too. Thanks for the good sleam. You're welcome. I'm so glad to be a sleemer and to have this great sleemer community. It sounds bad. I think it's because there's like, it's like a slime, right? Oh god. Would a slime-based VTuber be a slimer? Ugh. That's awful. That's atrocious. That's horrendous. I hate that. I didn't like that. I did that wrong. Like this? Like this? Yeah! Ah. Now we have a windows. Wait, I want to open up this way though. Yep. Oh wait. That was not the right placement. I'll get proper windows later. Oh my fucking god. This is so fine. This is so okay. What? Huh? You're not fine. This house is so fucked. So whatever. I'll make a better one later on. I just need to survive. Sola is working in a few hours. And he has not slept yet. He's hanging out here instead. Which, I mean, if sleep won't come, sleep won't come. And I'm always glad to have him. But also, I am ratting him out. He's gotta start sleeping more. Start harassing Solo by just sleeping. Sleeping? Can I speak? My god. I feel like half of what comes out of my mouth makes no sense. I mean, I can't say much myself. Yeah, this is usually your bedtime. But I'm happy you're here though. What's your bedtime is usually when I'm awake. We're on the reverse schedule. I fell asleep and then I woke up and I was like, fuck! And it turned out like I had slept an hour before you started streaming. Because when I was at CC stream, you mentioned playing Outlast Trials with Eno. I'm like, oh, they're probably gonna stream that. And then I saw, like, and then I fell asleep after. I didn't finish CC stream. I fell asleep. I stopped watching her stream. I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't, you know, and mostly we're all playing Outlast. I should have watched. But I was asleep. So it's like the exact opposite. But you should sleep when you get the chance, Lucy. Make sure that you eat. Make sure to take care of yourself. And rest. I agreed to play Outlast Trials because she got me the game to play with her for her birthday. Aw, that's sweet. Hopefully, you were able to enjoy yourself to a certain extent. I feel like most people I see play that game just hate the game, though. But Eno's very, very much a really big into horror. Well, I know for you, you would definitely prefer way more cozy, comfy, please do not scare the fuck out of me vibes. This game has a good mix of horror, but also cozy, comfy vibes. Yeah, not my usual game. My pit kills. Alright. I should probably make a clay anvil mold, because it's going to be really important for making tools later on. Because that's how you make certain saw blades and such. I have been trying out Enshrouded, but I do enjoy Warframe. Hell yeah. I haven't played Enshrouded or Warframe, but I do like watching people play either of them. It's been really cool. Cece got so excited talking to you about playing Warframe. For me, it's just, I get overwhelmed. Like, already with this game, my brain's all over the place and I forget what I'm doing. And it's not even that complex. I mean, it is complex, but like, compared to how busy Warframe is, I mean, it's not overwhelming as much. It's very slow and paced out. But it's very much my style. I like taking it slow. Yeah, they are my elders in Warframe. LOL, I seek advice. Hell yeah. The other night, I was cooking up some chicken stock, like homemade chicken stock, because I finished butchering the whole chicken I got, and I tossed some vegetable scraps and, you know, the chicken bones and some of the fat and organs I didn't want to use. And the leftover, like, carcass I had, I ended up, I wanted to toss it outside, that way, you know, the bones and its body and some of these plants could return to the earth and animals could just eat it. And the stars were so beautiful. I just stood there a long time just looking at them after it. God, I love the stars. Yeah, it's nice watching you play this game, because it's cozy. A comfort zone. I'm glad. I really want to try and have a lot more just cozy streams. Also for my own sake. Like, this game can be stressful when monsters are trying to kill you, or you get trapped in alternate dimensions, but, I mean, if I avoid that, which I will be trying to, I do want it to just be mostly a lot more relaxed. I want to, like, because my health isn't the greatest, I want to take it easy. That's one of the reasons why I want to start streaming more using Go. That way I can start working on projects, but also hanging out and chatting with people, and just letting people have a nice, cozy space to hang out. The world right now is a complete nightmare in so many senses, so have a nice place in the ghost town where you can relax. Yeah, to be honest, after Yest 1, I want to go back to my cozy games. Oh well. Yeah, I agree with what you say. Hell yeah. It's so important to try and keep stress down to a minimum. So, trying to figure out how I want to handle things. More cozy streams, more working streams. I'm gonna, like, I still have some games I really want to finish, like Lies of P, and, not a relaxing game, but, and then, of course, Tainted Grail and all those sort of, like, I want to keep playing story fantasy games alongside just cozy and working games. I mean, one of the reasons why I've been watching Uyi playing this game so much is it's just nice and comforting, just hearing him talk and work on projects. So that's what a lot of this game is like. Oh wait, I want to work on doing this thing or achieving this, and so then it's just, all right, let's try and focus. Let's do this. Let's do our best. I like that. What are you currently building? Right now, I'm working on firing clay. So I'm trying to set up the beginnings of blacksmithing. So I'm setting up clay pottery to make molds for anvils and crucibles and all sorts of things. That way I can start panning for ore and then be able to make my first pickaxe, because right now I can't really interact with stone at all. I love you, little fish. Hi. It's just hanging out. And then, of course, I'm working on my house. So I'm also trying to, of course, keep up a consistent amount of firewood, keep my fire stoked, and also I'm working on farming as well. I currently have a lot of seeds. I wanted to get some better soil because I only have low fertility soil. But I think I probably will just start planting crops in low fertility soil because I want to start preparing for winter. I also want to start setting up proper storage for... Stop getting caught on fire. Because if you have a cellar and you have like underground space, it'll make it so your the food you make or the grains you have, anything you keep, will be less likely to rot very fast. Just a second, I gotta blow my nose. Congested. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna be chopping down this tree just to get some extra wood. Firewood is really important because to smelt metal, you need to create charcoal. Because wood has a pretty low, like plain firewood has a pretty low burning point. So to get the high temperatures you need to have copper melt, you need just way more efficient fuel. And so, like, historically as well, like, charcoal is so incredibly important. So how you make charcoal is actually by smoking firewood, by making it much, much more compact and removing all sort of oxygen and moisture out of wood. It's something that I really like a lot. There's actually quite a bit of Chinese novels I read, that Chinese BL novels that are based on, like, trying to survive in a primal world, where, like, that's one of the inventions as well, where they talk about. One of the ones I really like is Banished to Another World, but that one's kind of fucked up. I also want to finish my roof. It's just half done. One thing is half done. I'll have to go get some tool. E-U-L-E. Alright. Luckily I'm in a spot that doesn't seem to be spawning many monsters. It'll change based on time, because there's all these portals and rifts that'll occur. Yeah, current rift activity low. Rainfall in this area, common. Nice, that'll be good for my crops. Outside temperature, 13 degrees Celsius. Currently 3 in the morning. It's in May. I think I want to set up my crops over here. I definitely want to set up a fence around them. Oh, maybe over here? No, I want to be... Oh my fucking god! Stupid bitch. Ran right into the flames. Oh, come... Oh, it despawned. Alright, you son of a bitch. Now, these are long-range based... So if you rush them, they're gonna freak out more. You can't throw... Spit a spine out. Yeah, I dare you, bitch. Come here, 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 come here. Man. Honestly, kudos to this game for having one just randomly to spawn. If there was two of them, I wouldn't have been able to be that brave. Ah, nice. Awesome. Alright, I definitely need to send up this. I need more dried grass. To make a kiln, you need dried grass, and then you need sticks. I do not have enough dried grass. Wait, why is my thatch separated? Just a single more thatch roof. Alright, let's set this up. Ha! Noise. Actually, I could make more. You can make a thatched roof by using thatch. No big surprise there, but you can also make a thatched roof by using hay, which is honestly more effective. And to make hay, you need dried grass. What? What? Okay. Then I want to have it overhanging like this. Fuck. Okay. Alright. One of the things that's problematic is, for some reason, the game considers this a cave area, which makes it that monsters are going to want to spawn in here, as we've previously seen. So I'm gonna have to make sure to keep this fire just always going. That way they don't spawn inside. It seems like they're going to want to spawn on top of it. So it would be interesting to set up a trap where when monsters spawn on top of my house, they just die. Or I could build upwards and just have, like, fill up the space where they would spawn. Many options. Alright, let's get some dried grass. Yeah, I think what I want to do... Let me go grab my shovel, and I'm going to actually start pulling back those dirt on the section of that area and see how much room we have to work with, and then I can start setting up a farm there. Alright, shovel. Yeah. No idea, but upward sounds like... Did I just see something? I'm definitely a lot more jumpy today, but this morning I took my housemates to the train station, both of them, so I am home alone with the cats in the middle of the woods, and I am definitely prone to extreme paranoia, so I'm a little bit more nervous. I think that's pretty common. I'm sure the cats would let me know if anything happened, but... Oh. One of my favorite things about goats is that they also start to get really, really nervous if they're on their own. You always have to have at least one other with them. They need, like, their own space and to do their own thing, but goats have just a very, very strong personality. They want to do their own thing, but then also, if they are just, like, not surrounded by a company, then they're just like, oh god, oh god, oh fuck, oh god. I think that's really interesting. I like studying all the different animals that are related to goats and all the different behavioral systems they have. Of course, like, goat is a very vague term at the same time because, like, mountain goats technically aren't actual goats when you actually look at the evolutionary lines of them and the distinct species differences. I love mountain goats. And then ibex. I don't think ibex. Ibex are goats, but they aren't goats. It's amazing how many things are like, yeah. Does this game have different biomes too? Yes, it does. It has quite a few different biomes, and it's one of the things too is that, unlike Minecraft, to achieve development in your technological progress, like to get to certain ores, get certain things, get certain events, all these sorts of things, you are meant to travel. Like staying in one spot, you will most likely suffer. So like you can have a home base, but you do have to actually travel or have friends that go out and do things. They actually have like classes to this game. I'm just a commoner, but if you have like a multiplayer server, you can have like a tailor and like a hunter and like all these specific like specialized people. But you are supposed to actually explore different biomes and get certain gear, and they have genuine full ships with like sailboats and stuff that you can build as well. So they want you to explore. You're supposed to explore. Though, like I said, especially if you're with other people, you can decide to be just a homebody. Just realized I haven't made bowls. The diversity of the food you eat also starts to matter a lot too as the game goes on, which I think is really cool. Like, they take into account grains and, well, yeah, fruit, vegetable, grain, protein, and dairy. And so there's different levels of satiety. And so having like a full, unique, sort of like changing diet is actually really, really important. Because there are like bosses in like alternate dimensions and lores and like lore chapters and different things you can do. And when you are putting yourself more at risk, it is just really important to make sure that you're as healthy and fit as can be. It's something that I thought was really funny when Uyu finally completed chapter 1. He was like, he already had played 107 hours before he completed chapter 1, and I just couldn't stop laughing. He was so baffled. He was like, oh, huh? Huh? Oh, I love Uyu. It's really funny. Whenever I watch him, it's like, yeah, it's not surprising that I have the model design I do. Alright. Alright. I have enough dried grass. I definitely want to set up this anvil. I'll set you up too. Alright, I just need 2 more grass for that one. And then I need to get more sticks. Actually, I should be fine. Oh, for one of them. It takes about 8 sticks to finish a pit kiln. Unless it is one of the clay vessels. There we go. And I need firewood. Turn these pine logs into firewood. Also should put my spelt away. Oh, wait. I should move all of my stuff into the vessel here. Vessels are much more effective at maintaining temperatures and preventing rot. So, like, now that I have it in this, 2.9 years. Fresh for 2.9 years. That's one of the reasons why grains are so important, because they don't go bad as fast. The cranberries will go bad in 5 days. The turnips are good for 47 days. Okay. Looks like everything's bad. Okay, good for fresh for 5 hours? What do you mean? Man, I've been picking too many goddamn berries. That's not a good feeling. But rot itself can be very useful too, because you can use it to make fertilizer, amongst other things. Because that's what compost is. Right. Okay. Oh, I was going to make a... I should make a shovel. Need a rock. Can't break a boulder yet. Yoink. Oop. It's amazing how satisfying these little things are. like just napping, flint or chert. Feels good. Okay. Should also put my puff bombs in there. 37 days. Nice. I should be pretty set up for food for now. I'm also setting up. I'm currently I'm firing clay cooking pots and bowls, so I'll be able to have more complex meals starting off, and so it'll make more out of the ingredients I currently have, which will be nice. Forget-me-not flowers. Cute. Kinda wanna... Alright, that's my way of getting up. But... it's gonna be a while before I can make rope. I kinda wanna make... the farm hug this wall. I'm gonna have to start off by having the plants more on the baseline of the water. But I should also make a clay watering can. That way I can just water crops even beyond the edge of this water source. I like games like this because when you're prone to overthinking, having so much to think about in terms of survival makes it so that, you know, it's productive clutter. It's really easy just to, when your brain goes a mile a minute, a kilometer a minute, it's very frustrating to have all these thoughts just rushing through your head, all these things that may not actually be helpful or beneficial to think about. So it's cool when you can have a game or something you're working on that just causes you to put that to good focus. All of a sudden, this brain of mine that is racing is fixated on stuff that's actually more beneficial. It's gonna take longer to grow crops, but low fertility soil is fine. And water can reach about 3 tiles, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna break some of these cattails. Alright, I'm gonna do 2 for now, because the farther it goes away from the water, the more difficult it's going to be. For water to get all the way back. Look at all these fishies. They're so cute. Alright. Now I just need to grab the seeds. I'm probably gonna focus on flax. Because not only can you eat flax, you can use the fibers for making rope and threads. Ooh! Most of them are done. Gotta light that one. My ingots are done, my cooking pots are done, the crucible's done. Okay. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I think there's something else besides sticks you can place down. I don't remember what exactly. Just a second. Let's take a look. Guide. Clay forming. Peat and coal can also be used instead of firewood. No. Alright, so sticks have to be used. Alright. Kinda wish I was closer by trees. I could start replanting them, I guess. Adding more tree saplings by me. Or I could get into the habit of walking further. Alright. Focus, 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 focus. I could also set up some charcoal, actually. All right, let me actually, I'm gonna turn all of this. No, I have so much wood. I think I should. Yeah, I'll start up charcoal. So charcoal is really interesting because you have to set up a charcoal pit. So I need to make it a 2x2x2. And I'll actually make it over here. This will be my blacksmithing area. That'll be my farming area. How about that? All right. Let's get rid of you. Once I get the pickaxe, though, it'll make this a lot easier to control this environment. Okay. You know, you could just get hit with that wave of exhaustion. Your body's just like, oh god. Seems like sleep is courting me back. Okay. Let's do 2x2 by 2. So you set that up, and then you have to fill it entirely with firewood. Human ingenuity is so incredible. How, like, all the different experimentations that had to have happened to even realize that charcoal would burn longer and hotter than normal. Like, how do you figure out that depriving firewood of moisture that way? I mean, obviously you can think of it like this. So we know that wet wood burns worse than dry wood. So if charcoal is just extremely dried out and compacted wood, then maybe the mindset wasn't accidental at all. It was, I wonder if we could remove even more moisture. And smoking has existed for a lot of things. I mean, experimenting with fire and how it treats food is always been super important. I mean, that's how jerky is one of our longest lasting foods we first were able to establish, and that's done by smoking meat for a long time to really dry out, because moisture is what leads to rot and decay. When moisture is such a big enemy of our well-being and livelihood and keeping things for longer periods of time, I mean, it would make sense to then be like, oh, so if moisture is causing a problem, what happens if we took firewood and put it in an environment where it absolutely could not be exposed to the moisture in the air for a long period of time? Jerkying firewood. And so I think that's probably how charcoal ended up coming out up and about. I was interested in thinking of things like that. I have to think a lot about that stuff because of my own writings. I forgot my door broke off. Ah, oh, crude door. The charming brokenness of it all. I'm surprised nothing has been beating my ass recently. Honestly, like I said towards the beginning of this game, I was like, wow, getting my shit chased by boars. That's a great way. That's probably setting the tone for the stream, but actually it hasn't been that bad. It's been quiet. It's been peaceful. It's been nice. Oh, I never planted the seeds. You don't. Okay. Go back to your home. Grab your flax seeds. You literally went on a whole tangent on why that was the most important crop. Okay, turnip. Flax seeds are planted first. Then rye. Then turnips, okay? And I also want to start making fences. It's gonna require more sticks. I can't get enough goddamn sticks. Okay. Oh. Well, what's this up to? Got the sun and the water. When my sister was little, she used to suffer. Well, I mean, she still to this day suffers from night terrors. And one of the ways that when we were younger, they would counteract that, my parents, were to set up the sound of waves. And I always think it's really interesting how much the sound of water can be so soothing for some. All right. Come on, baby. Please light. Please light. Please light. Can you... The fact that lighting a fire is RNG, and it takes more and more of your energy away, can you... There you go. Alright, let me cover it entirely. I'm gonna extend this even farther this way. I should be using my... knife. Oh. Alright. First things first, I want flax to actually be on the edge. Like that. Then... rye. Bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye. American Pie always reminds me of Guitar Hero. I think it's the last song you sing and you're like, I mean, not sing. Last song you do guitar for and you're like floating in the galaxy. What Guitar Hero game was that? God, it's been eons. Could you imagine if it's actually been eons? Oh, ancient... oh, ancient entity that dreams of when Guitar Hero was new and fresh. I'm gonna send this up into my berry growing area. Already there's a lot of natural forming berries, so... We need more stick. Mettie is dreaming of more sticks. There's good reason that we need more sticks. Well, fuck it. We'll just break these grasses. It's something that I think is really interesting is, especially when you play this game multiplayer, you have to really think about sustainability. Like, trees take a long time to regrow. And, like, yeah, you can eat the tail like roots, but you're going to need them, other people are going to need them, and you're just fucking everybody over. So it's really interesting how much actual consideration this game makes you have. Oh, look at that, 58. Oh god, low fertility soil. Ooh, who even knows? Moisture 50. All right. We're going to need to grab some more clay, and then I'm going to need to make a watering can. It's gonna be probably the first things that I light next out of all the clay that I've been working on. Okay, so watering can. I'm excited to get back into blacksmithing. They have some automated blacksmithing that you can do. Like, you can set up, like, hammers that swing down, but you have to use, windmill powers and, like, actual axles and rotators to cause the effect you need, and I think that's so cool. This game is still in early access, so the developers are still working on a lot of things. So it's gonna be cool to see how far technology actually develops. It's never going to be super high tech, I do believe, but or if it is, it's gonna be like kind of fantasy-esque. I mean, temporal gears and some of the technology that the ancient civilization has is not like, ooh, like copper wiring and like light bulbs per se. It's more like ominous. Kind of gives off Ergo vibes from Lies of P. And they might utilize that, but I don't know. This game is still very focused on wanting to be very rooted in historical and realistic aspects. I mean, is there an alternate dimension that we exist alongside, like fallen civilizations that are very fantastical? Yes, yeah. But I mean, that was a weird random buffering. What was I doing? Oh, clay. Well, I want to be an archaeologist right now, so clay can fucking wait. You know what? Sticks. Is that all it gave me? Sticks. Well. Hey. Better than nothing. I mean, I've been looking for sticks, so it's honestly kind of like heard my prayers moment, but at the same time, I mean, I want to find one of the ruins where it just like gets really, really cool underneath and has like a really cool spiraling basement or like cellar that leads to bigger ruins, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, not in this ruin. I don't feel lucky with this ruin. Archaeology is my gotcha. I'm not going to elaborate on that. If you get it, you get it. Couldn't find anything in that one. But you, oh, maybe you, my friend, are lucky. Maybe you hold the secrets that I'm so desperate. Fuck! Broke. Oh. Only love. Oh! Oh! Ooh! Ooh! A copper falx! And a shovel. What is going on? That's everything. Oh my god, that is so awesome. What the hell? Copper falx is the weapon in this game. Rather than having, like, swords, like, that is the weapon. Oh! Or, I swear to God, if this has copper, oh god. Okay. Gotcha, gods, bless me. Please, copper ore. Only 4, though. Oh, it's better than a kick in the ass. Damn, copper falx. I feel so safe right now. Yay! I'm so happy. But I want to see if I can find skeletons. Often you'll actually come across full skeletons, but seems like these ruins don't go deep enough. I love archaeology. One of my favorite lore, like video game lore people, is actually Tarnished Archaeologist, who is focused mostly on like Elden Ring and Dark Souls and other things. But it's also because the games are just so full of little details in architecture and just dating some of these old civilizations that are even amongst these ruins. So it's just layers of history that you can just start to actually peel back to get a better idea of the timeline of what actually happened. And I think that's so incredibly cool. But it's very much rooted in reality. I mean, so much of what we know of the past is due to these fragments, these little things. I mean, oh, I love archaeology. I always get happy whenever they find like a new ruins and are working on figuring out more and more of the people and the belief systems, and oh, it's so cool. We exist within a context beyond our mortal self. Oh, clay! That's what I was looking for. Ooh, mature flax! Do I have a knife? I don't have a knife. Not nice? It's gonna rain. I don't have a knife. This world is so incredibly beautiful in so many ways. Oh my god, I had already napped out a knife. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is totally fine. Can I drop anything? Oh, I can drop the bony soil. I don't give a... Bony soil... Does it do anything for me? No. Oh, I can't harvest that right now. But I want this clay. I gotta put that still. Alright, I'm dropping those slate. I don't need the slate. What else did I pick up? Yeah. Yeah, well. Oh, fuck, that was flax. Alright, stop fucking shoveling by the flax. Focus on other clay. Just stop cursing so much. Alright, I hear you, angry storm clouds. I'll be going back home soon enough. Oh, I don't have a straw hat. I need to make myself a straw hat. Yeah, that's beautiful. How the fuck do I make a straw hat? I just said I was gonna stop cursing and then I immediately started cursing again. Get it together. There you go. That'll help with the rain. I don't know fully what the rain does if you don't have a hat on, but I want a hat on. Protect from rain, 85%. My character looks so cute. It's interesting that the characters in these games are so strangely tall. Like, when I stand next to any of these, like, actual humans, it's just, like, towering over them. I find it really cool that from the very get-go, you don't actually know what you are or why you are. And I think that that's one of my favorite settings for a character. It can be done really wrong, and it can piss me off, actually. But in most cases, I really like games where your character canonically doesn't know what's going on, so you are actually learning alongside them. Man, that is intense thunder. I wonder where it's coming in from. Looks like there's storm clouds over here. Okay. Well, let's finish up my... Oh, wait, it's gonna put that out. All right, wait. I'm so glad I caught that. This has to be covered. Anything that is fire outside has to be covered. All right. It's gonna look ugly for now, but it's fine. I'll set up a proper kiln area later on. For now... Nah, good enough. need sticks. It's really interesting. There's some moments where all of a sudden I get nervous about it. I think it's because I realized that I overlooked that. If it had been a moment too late, my pit kiln would have been extinguished. I want that anvil mold to be completed. Okay, let's grab some more red clay. Let's finish up this watering can before it starts raining. I always find it interesting in real life when it starts storming and I have to go outside and make sure there's nothing outside that can be left in the rain. Or when we get windstorms and I have to make sure that everything is strapped down that needs to be, because damn. It's amazing how far wind will just take things. So it's kind of cool that every weather has like this beautiful destruction to it, where you really just have to respect it. Too much rain is dangerous, too much snow is dangerous, intense winds, all the different effects it can have. Weather is such a beautiful, yet such a oftentimes cruel thing. Alright, let's take out some of my fired goods. I can put the cooking pots inside. Ow! Me walking into a fire. Why? Oh. I don't need this many cooking pots, but also I want that many cooking pots. Alright, we got our 4 cooking pots, and then I also want to put my bowls. There's my ingots. Those are my bowls. That's the anvil. You go in here. Dried grass goes in there. Alright, and then I need 7 more sticks. Okay. Close that door. Man. Sometimes you just gotta stand outside and look at the stars. I think that's a big thing for me. I cannot go back to living in a place where you can't see the stars at night. It's of course common in city centers or anywhere where there's heavy light pollution. And I think for me, I just the amount of times at night where I'll just go out and stare at the stars. All these different, some of them of course are planets, like Venus is almost always the brightest star in the sky. And just this place, existence is so much more than us. It's so much more than everything around us. And still, God, there's almost nearly no end to just all these little things that humans are yet to even know about. How many neighbors around us we aren't even fully aware of? I mean, even around me, I come across spiders that have markings of behavior that haven't been classified before. The amount of different variations of steatodas that they don't have a proper species, you know, no proper documentation. All these different animals and plants and ways to live, and even our understanding of things we already know of is still so limited. And yet alone, that's still just a tiny drop in the bucket compared to just everything. Follow the stars. I am starving. Looks like that's still cooking. Need more sticks. I also need more food. I'm gonna cook these cattail roots. Actually, I'm gonna turn this dry grass into more of these. It's funny. The storms must have gone right past us. Right. Let's make sure that the inner fire is still stoked. Gotta turn some of this low fertility soil. I want to start turning them into paths. You can make pathways, pathway blocks, stone paths that, yeah, walk speed 1.3. Actually, I'm curious. Are there more paths? Oh, there are. I wonder if wood paths are faster. 1.12. No, they're slower. Okay. So how you make them is just with stones and then dirt. So I'm gonna keep these stacks of dirt because I want to turn them into paths later on. All right, let's cook the cattails. The cooking pot. The cooking pots can't be used yet until I'm finished cooking those bowls. I need sticks. I know, you got hurt. Okay. Oh, God! Jesus, fuck! Well, let's go to sleep. The giant spine-spitting freak outside. We'll just have to wait. Oh God, I'm gonna start starving. I'm gonna wake up hungry. Well, at the very least, my cattail roots will be cooked. Now I'm gonna make sad little oboe noises. I'm curious where they got these samples from. Actually. Oh, we have berries. Alright, you still out? Oh yeah, you're still out here. Alright. Ow! Fuck off. I opened that window for a split second and spines are being spat through. Come on now. Have some class. Alright? Have some care. Have some mind. I don't mind having them as neighbors if they don't fucking spit their spines at me. That's gross, that's unsanitary, and that's not helpful. Sheesh. Alright. I want to make some more. Crocs are going to be useful for now. Crocs are good for pickled goods or storing foods in the long run, but I won't be needing. Oh! I should make a pickaxe mold. That's the most obvious thing. Needs 100 units of copper, which is 20 nuggets. Currently have 4 nuggets. So it's gonna be a while. Trying to think of what I want to focus on. Alright, so we have crop set up, which is good. Other things we can do is then trying to get more ore. And you can find ore on the surface. We also need more sticks. We also gotta kill that son of a bitch. I wouldn't say I'm vigilant. Anvil stone. Okay. So what we do. Ha! Because it doesn't know what to do as soon as you get close. Good. Hey! Thank you. Bone arrows? Oh, it's raining. That'll help the moisture for my crops. Okay. Interesting. It looks like the actual nutrients that need went up. Strange. I think though this isn't still water. This is technically considered flowing water for some reason. Because there's fish in it. Still water often has just bugs swarming around it and often don't have like fish or life. Okay. I'm gonna be focused on just going south. I haven't gone south much, and I'm curious about this. I love the geographical formations and how much it actually reflects real formations. Like, it's very, very intentional and feels very, very organic. I like that. But what I'm looking for is there should be rocks on the ground that have little bits of copper. Ooh, more clay? What is this, Clay City? All right, just a second. Aw, dang it. Oh, dang it. Aw, yeah. Nice. Scary ass cave here. Can never have too much flint. The other day, when I was singing my silly English karaoke, one of the songs I sang was Vito's Ordination by Sufjan Stevens. And oh god! And another song on the album is called Flint, for the unemployed and underpaid. And so whenever I pick up Flint in this game, I always hear it. It's a very, very beautiful song. It's got very simple piano. It's big time depression though. Driving to the riverside, I pretend to try, even if I try alone. The thought of my hands to move my thoughts, even if I die alone. Man, so many turnips. There's so much. We live in such a bountiful world. Last place I was, there was not even remotely this much food. But what is this? This is rye. No, this is flax. What do I think was rye? Flax. Yeah, I was supposed to look for sticks. Well, there's a lot of small brush here. I want to find more ruins. There's so many different ruins and types and different things you can do. I feel like every day I find out something new in this game. Like through my own experiences and then also watching videos. How many sticks we got? 10? Okay. Looks like there's lightning that way. I'm cold. Should grab my robe. Oh, I was talking about how I got an Amazon gift card and how I used it like getting a really fat, chubby tea pet. And for those who don't know, tea pets are part of traditional Chinese tea, where you often have a tea tray, and the first cup you make in a gaiwan, which is technically their version of a teapot, is a way you could think of it. You usually, the first cup you make, you usually pour into the tray and give to your tea pet, because it's usually not the highest quality, and then everything else you serve or drink. So that's what that was. Another thing I got using that Amazon gift card was I got a really, really soft, fluffy robe that is gray, like dark gray, with a hood. Because I really, really, like, I pretty much don't make any body heat at all. Often I have to go to sleep with a heating pad on because I just don't make body heat. I'm a ghost, so it makes sense, but it is also just a pain in the ass, so I'm just always cold. And so having like something that does keep in a lot more heat is just important, and fluffy robes can be just nice and cozy, but one of the reasons why they are nice and cozy, of course, is, well, they have pretty good insulation. They're really good at trapping air, especially heated air. I kind of love this chert sand. This area is really pretty. It's kind of got some swamp vibes, but isn't full swamp. You know what I mean? I like to peer into these caves, even if I'm at risk of getting attacked, because it's like, is there any immediate ore veins I see? Right? I guess that is something to look out for. Ore isn't something that you just come across in this game. It's not, oh, you usually find it at these blocks and such. Like, it's not like that. In fact, you can make a prospecting pick where you actually will pick at some of the ground or like walls around you, and you can like look at what the materials around you are made out of. So you pick a little bit at like a stone and you're like, oh wait, I actually see a little bit of copper in this, and so then you know within the next several blocks there's going to be copper. I'm going to starve. I can't believe I let it get that low. Hopefully I found red currant bushes. Hopefully no monsters spawn right next to me inside of this really small, kind of really cute cave that kind of feels like it should be a place of worship. I think the visual of like fantasy priestess or priest like submerged in a interesting like cool reflection pool with it made out, sometimes it's water, sometimes it's like a weird mix, sometimes it's blood, matters what sort of religion, but it is a decently common visual, and I think that's pretty fucking cool, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I think that's a pretty... No! The onions weren't done growing. Ah. My inventory's full. Tossing the splint axe. Onion is more important. Onion. Onion. I was like, oh, a cute fox! And then I look over and I'm like, the demons. The demons are coming. Run, my child. Run far away from this place before they can get their hands on you. Go, my child. Go, run! This is no place. Oh, you want to see something cool? You can watch this. Alright. Throw me in, maybe. Oh, god damn it. No, give me back. Yeah. Alright, take me back out. Yeah. Now I'm gonna feel sick for a little bit. That's okay. Oh, look at the baby fox. Oh, there's two. The rust dimension will sometimes just come over. It's called temporal storms, and the most terrifying shit. Literally earlier today I was watching Uyu, and there was this giant, I don't even know how to describe it, some sort of giant fucking entity that went even beyond these mountains, and it was just walking by, and he was like, what the fuck is that? He chased after it for so long, but it was so huge he couldn't catch up to it because it seems like it was closer, but it was just giant. Oh, it was so cool. Oh, this game is so cool. I didn't think about how placing these blocks like this make it so, like, I literally just walk straight onto fire, right? You know what? I'll go the long way around. By that, I mean probably go over here and plant some crops. I got more seeds. Pete? No way. Hey, no. Are you shitting me? Pete was right here? There's so much. Oh my god. I've been so lucky this run. I don't get it. I've never seen such luck in my life. I'm gonna have to dig all of it up. That's crazy. For those who don't know, peat is what you find at the bottom of certain swamps or bogs. So it is compressed vegetation that can be developing for even millennia, so thousands of years. It usually burns really efficiently. There's a lot more that goes into peat. I recommend searching up and doing more research on it, but that's the basics of it. So peat is incredibly useful. In fact, I don't have a shovel, but I should be able to dig this up with my bare hands. Let's see. Peat. Burn temperature 900 degrees Celsius. Well, it didn't actually tell me much, but yeah. So that's exciting. That's great. So now I have more fuel. Oh, looks like it's done smoking. My charcoal's done. Haha, yeah. Right. Don't get distracted. I should have planted my 2 seeds here. And cot. I could send it this way. Yeah, might as well. Might as well just cover the whole edge of this place. I mean, when I do keep... I just heard a monster. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it's up to. But I know you're there. I can hear one of my cats outside playing with a ball, and I can just hear it rolling. That's also something I'm hearing, but I did hear a monster. I believe. It'd be fucked up if my cat started getting really good at just making monster noises, though. Alright. We got our charcoal. Haha. We're almost smithing. I need more... I don't know if I've heard this song before. Sorry. It's kind of like whenever I watch an anime opening. The first time I hear it, I'm like quiet. I'm like, alright, I'm listening. I'm listening. I need more firewood. Because I gotta put some of this shit away. Oh, God. The way that peat just instantly caught fire. Nice. We love to see it. We'd love to see it. Man, I've got the bounty and the wealth of the gods. 18 spelt grain, 18 turnips, 14 flax grain, 7 rye grain, 18 puffballs, and 4 onions. If that's not living in the lap of luxury, I don't know what is. Alright. Let's keep this filled up. I also got to make a shovel. I gotta grab that peat. And also take some of the soil because I need to replace some of that peat with just low fertility soil. One of these days, we're going to get medium or high fertility soil. Is that today? Probably not. Ugh. Okay, tone shift. Yeah, we have a lot of flax fibers. Can't make candles yet. But we can make flax twine, which is very important. Because now we can make some armor. We can make bows, bandages, linen. Linen is really, really important. I don't know what a sieve does. I suppose it makes parchments, and then you can write. Oh god, I'm gonna get overwhelmed. Alright. Focus. I have so much spelled seeds. I gotta start planting way more. I have way too many seeds, and I just gotta start planting more. I like, there's no other way around it. I just gotta dedicate more of my time to farming. We're gonna make it through the winter. The way my hoe just instantly broke. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. 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 Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. Now, back to farming. You know, if I was one of those streamers that was dedicated to the bits, I would have so much sound bites of just the different sound effects that they used for things like Antique Roadshow and like old, like, when they would sell different things on TV where it's like, now you can get this premium gold watch live, and then it has like that music, that weird sort of like music-esque but way worse. Oh, it's so good. That's probably what I would do. I would be very much like a TV Dinah inspired bit maker, but maybe down the line. All right. Let's get some of this charcoal up. Alright, so we got charcoal. We have an anvil. We have a crucible. We have... I still gotta fire up that pickaxe mold. But we should be close. And we gotta get more copper ore. We gotta find some copper veins as well. I can also do some panning for ore. But panning for ore only really works well if you know that there's already copper in the area. So, otherwise it's gonna take me eons, and I'm mostly just gonna be getting flint and rocks. So, we'll have to do some traveling. We'll have to look around a bit more. We've barely left our home area. I mean, only this much. That's not too much. I haven't even actually been up here. Actually, like, truly, so check that out. Mostly just because my render distance is so high now that it's so big. Bitch! Oh, it didn't like that. It did not like me calling it that. Why do they keep giving me the most evil and ranged of all of them? I don't want the ranged spine spinners. I want... This way. Okay. Okay. I didn't. Oh, god damn it. I just realized I didn't put firewood down on top of that like I was supposed to. I didn't do what I was supposed to. Alright, I did. Alright, let's set this one up to burn. Then I need 8 firewood to set this up. And my bowls are done, so now we can start eating more complex meals. Not just eating cattails. Okay. Un, deux, trois, quatre. Un, deux, trois, quatre. Fire. Ah. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. I love how much my character just fucking sucks at like this. Ooh! Alright. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Yoink. Should I just have my blacksmithing just right here? I kinda hate how it blocks the visage of my house. Oh, wait. No, I think Spit already spawned. Okay. Safe for now. Store our charcoal. We can store our nuggets as well. Definitely should store my rusty gear. I'll place my bowls over here. There we go. Okay. So everything's set up to go. Pickaxe, mold, watering can. Okay. Now there's a few things we need to do next. We can use a basic fire pit, but just fill it with charcoal to melt copper. Should I dig up that peat? I mean, I could just leave it. I don't really need it right now. 8:09. What time is it? 8. So we've been south. Didn't find any signs of copper. East is boar territory. And there's a lot of them, like families of boars, and I can't take that many on by myself. So I think avoiding the east wouldn't be the best. I could go more farther west, explore more of this, trying... Oh my god, my arms just moving out for some reason scared the fuck out of me. I thought somebody was putting their arms around me. Terrifying. Cornflowers. Well, we still have a little bit. Despite how dramatic it sounds, we actually still have a little bit before night falls. And I know there's some berries over here I could still forage, so let me... I'm gonna wander over here. Making use of every single day. Raccoon. And it's walking away. I love raccoons. They're cute. And also, if need be, I can sleep in the trader's base. So I should grab more stones. I said I was going to make more paths. And then I proceeded not to pick up any stones for it, but that's fine. There's so much to do in this game. Getting lost and just going on 5 million tangents and forgetting what you were originally doing and then circling back and then finally doing it. That's just, you know, that's fine. It's a fine way to live. None of them are mature. There's a certain level of maturity I expect out of my flax. To see such adequate. I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't know where I'm going with that monologue. The fuck is that? Oh, fox. Oh! I was looking for you, berries. Alright. Yoink. Yoink. Alright, now it's starting to get dark. Eat my berries. And then I'll probably sleep in the trader's place. I also want to ask them some questions because I do believe they're a treasure hunter, which means they are going to know the location of where... They are going to know the location of where we can begin the first, like, chapter. The first real quest. I can't believe I forgot that there's a pit there. What's up, Edel? Know of any interesting places around here? Got something big for ya. Too dangerous for me, but you might be able to handle it. I can't give away a haul like this for 3, though. Bring me a tin bronze pickaxe, and I'll tell you where to find it. Oh. Alright. New thing. We gotta find tin ore on top of everything else. Okay. Let's sleep. Let's sleep. We can go home. We can plant our new seed. We got... What else? I should probably end stream. It's been 3 hours and a half. And I am starting to feel my consciousness getting very frayed at the ends. Like a torn sweater being slowly unraveled bit by bit by bit until there is nothing left of this conscious self. Left in tatters until it is given enough time to be woven back together again. God, look at that little fat butt. I could kill you right now, but I won't because you're cute. Because you're cute. Because you're cute. Oh, don't go towards the fire! What the hell? Did it just listen to me? Ooh, butterfly. What time is it? My time. 24 minutes until midnight. Okay. It's close to midnight. There's something evil looking in the dark. Flax seeds, let's plant these. Okay. So, we plant these flax seeds. Long stream? No. I'm gonna end stream soon. I'm starting to fall asleep. So, best if I actually turn it off soon. I'm gonna plant these, and then I'm going to make sure that I'm fully fed. 24-hour stream went. Unfortunately, it's never gonna be a thing. I was talking about it last stream as well, but I am somebody who, because of my FND, I am prone to blacking out. So some days I won't stream at all because I will just black out and there's no guarantee I can wake up unless my body comes to it naturally, like alarms and people shaking me won't wake me up. So it's one of those things that I don't feel comfortable blacking out on stream, especially because it's health related. So if I feel like I'm at risk, yeah. Like I can't always drive some days. Oh shit, yeah, don't do that, yeah. I would love to, but unfortunately, unless my body starts getting better in this regard, unfortunately I cannot. That's one of the reasons why I keep it to 3 hours only, is I can't guarantee my health if it goes longer than that. Of course, though, I mean, back in 2025, early on, when I was addicted to playing Avowed, I did play, like, several 7-hour streams, but I think that's my limit is like 8 hours. But I have to be really into it. Though, if I'm being honest, an 8-hour vintage story stream, if I'm feeling okay and I'm not... What the fuck is that? Is that a goat? Oh my god. I know what we're domesticating. I know what we're domesticating first. But first... I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill it, though. Shit. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm gonna just lose more energy chasing this damn thing. God damn it. Hunting is not effective in this game. You gotta set traps. I'll set some proper traps and baits and other things next time. I was hoping to find some forageables, though, out here. Woo! Butterfly. I mean, I could also set up a cooking pot and then make some stew. I do have the stuff for stew, but... It's kind of a nice feeling early on to just forage a ton and then rely on your previous stored foods just for, like, when you can't find any food at all. Oh, that fawn saw me. Flint spears aren't very effective at killing. And I have this copper falx, which is way more effective at killing, but unfortunately, animals don't let you get too close. Cute little cave. Well, I mean, you know, fuck it, we're making stew. Alright, let's get back to base. Let's make some stew. I'll get up to full health. That way, when I pick up Vintage Story next time, I won't be freaking out because I'm starving to death. Which is not always fun. I hate times where you wake up from, like, a nap or, like, a deep sleep and you're just so, like, parched and hungry and you're like, huh? What? I feel like Vintage Story, you often feel that way. Always hungry. Always thirsty. Okay. Let's go inside. Let's set up a cooking pot. And then let's make some yummies. So, what is going to expire first? My puffballs. Alright, so let's take 4 puffballs. Let's take some puffball stew. We'll create 1 serving of hefty puffball stew. I'll sip the rest of my tea while we wait. Oh, I love this game. Ooh, look at all the slate stones I have. Wait. I said I wanted to set a pathway so I can move faster. I can do that. It's only gonna make a few of them, though. Yep, just 8. God, listen to that thunder. Oh, wait. Andesite? I need a copper pick. I've set up a weird spot. But I can always set up a different house. I mean, it's best to make different shacks and shelters along the way. I think this is gonna be my main home base, and then... Woo, it's done! Need a bowl. Oh, fuck. That did nothing. Oh, no. I don't want to sleep. 4 more puffball. Wait, let's do... We need diversity. Let's do 3 puffballs and then an onion. Onion? Puffball onion soup actually sounds really good. I love mushrooms, though. And puffballs are yummy. Chicken of the woods, bullet, puffballs, oyster mushrooms. I don't trust myself to identify most, like, some of the mushrooms, like brown cap based ones. Like, I struggle with those. Ugh. It's so cold. I should have grabbed my robe. Behold my robes. Okay. That's good enough. Oh, wait. Now I crave for mushroom and onion soup. Oh, to be eating mushroom and onion soup. I feel like onions make everything yummy, and then I love mushrooms because mushrooms are yummy. Alright. So far, in Vintage Story, we got way more than I actually thought we were going to get done. We're on the precipice of copper tools. We just need to find the ore for it, but we pretty much have everything else set up. We've established a home base, clay making, charcoal. We have a shit ton of crops. We have a shit ton of food actually stored. We haven't died once. That's crazy. I would never play a hardcore mode of this. But, I mean, I would like to see how long we can go before dying. And so far, we've been doing great. We've gotten a lot of luck. And hopefully next time I pick this up, it'll continue. So, thank you to everybody who has come by today. Thank you to everyone who has chatted. And I'm definitely going to play this in the future. I also am going to play more of my other games. But, yeah. Love this game. Thank you so much, everyone. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.